Hello everyone and welcome back once again to the Mania 4K World Cup 2020. I am not the host this time, but a commentator, as Juan Crystal, that's my name. I'll be joined with none other than Gilher Messiad.
Hey, what's up? Really exciting match right now, huh?
Oh man, this is the match we all been waiting for this entire weekend, this entire week. Korea, Japan on the quarterfinals winners bracket, two of the most hyped up teams in the entire history of this tournament. And honestly, I don't know who to pick. Japan is looking very, very solid, and so is Korea. You know, they are the defending champions after all.
Yeah, for sure. I do have a feeling that having the best Rice team, I think Japan has a slight advantage because Japan's strengths are also Korea's strengths. Japan's weaknesses are also Korea's weaknesses, but we also have the wild card that are SVs, right? And I think that Japan, with Intelizer, with Kuke and Verifi, they definitely have an edge on that over South Korea. But we will have to see if Japan can take every single Rice victory they make, right? Because I feel like that's going to be really important in this game.
Oh, absolutely. They kind of have to bank on that. Like, Japan is just a team that is very hard to predict overall because their strength on Rice is so undeniably good. Like, they are probably the best Rice team in the tournament. If not, they will be pretty close, especially early on. Like, early on, they are just unstoppable in terms of ratio. People like Intel, AMD, Crew K, just pretty much everyone really on Japan is a god when it comes to accuracy. And not only that, but you also have a very good backups as well for SVs. So they are very strong with Rice and SVs, but they have this very, very notable weakness when it comes to long notes, and there's not much that can be done about it. Like, Korea probably just has a couple free points on their lands against Japan. It's not that Japan is like extremely bad or anything, as long as just that they are not really solid on it. Yeah, like Korea and probably every single top seed in the tournament will take all the long no points against Japan.
Yeah, for sure. Had this been in round of 16 for some reason, right? Somehow, had this been in 2016, in the round of 16, not 2016, in the round of 16, I would say that Japan would win this 9 out of 10 times. But since we're in quarterfinals, we're starting to get into the late game phase, and Korea is starting, like, Korea's weakness in Rice is starting to fade out, as the pools don't focus so much on fine accuracy anymore, and more so on full comboing with few 200 counts and of course decent ratios.
Yeah, that has been a thing for Korea in general, really. The earlier you face Korea, the better your chances are of defeating them, but honestly, I'm not sure if quarterfinals is early enough, really. Like, Korea has been showing to be better than what I expected initially, at least. I'll say that much.
Yeah, that's true. About their scores on the round of 16 maps, right? They really
like in group stage, though they struggled against Mexico a little bit. I'll say their accuracies were looking a lot better than what I expected. And what is that score, Intel? I mean, I haven't seen the map, but seeing a map that has like 2,400 notes and only seeing 9 300s, it's a bit crazy.
Everyone else has like 100, 162, 124.
Yeah, Hot Fury has like almost a 1 to 1.5 ratio, and then Intel is just like, nah, I might have like 1 to 1,000 ratio or something like that. Like, that's just ridiculous.
I mean, B-Hop did play with Hidden, so that's probably the case here.
Yeah. But still, like, people like Zeros, who's really good at accuracy, he has like 123, and then Intel is just like 100 times better. And okay.
For Walter
Hello. Yeah,
Walter is actually currently repping the teams, right? Yeah, there he is. He's the main rep.
28 to 2019 4K Mania World Cup SV collection. I can only assume this is a compilation of maps that were SV. Yep, and you can hear there. That is Dragon Burst, back then with us.
Oh my god.
Right? Oh, how was it called? The one that had the water background.
The one that had water background? I don't remember. I really don't remember.
And like the BPM is 60,000. And the HP 0, of course. Wait, what is this? Why do I feel I should know this? I mean, I should know this. It's being on the Mania World Cup before, and I even map selected for this too, so I should know.
Just beep it. It was beep it and then it's not anymore.
Alright. Yeah, this is Shipton Walk. I think it's called that way. Or is it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, whatever. This sounds weird. I don't remember this map. Okay, here we go. There we go. Dragon Burst. Bum, ba, 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 bum, ba, ba, bum. Yeah, Intel is
I
just...
wonder why
running out.
B-Top is playing with Hidden. Is he a Hidden player? I don't think he is, right? He's not.
I don't remember. I know he's like the LM player of the team, so maybe he's just a hidden player. I don't remember at all. Oh my god. Do you remember? This is the Cubis Quick, right? Like, what was it?
Yeah, I think it is.
The one by Lusty. Yeah. Good song. Good, very good map, actually. Oh, here we go.
Ether Strike.
Ether Strike, yes. Oh my god.
The night drop.
This is Takachavuli, right? Takachavuli. Oh, we go back to show. Oh, there we go, Red Lips.
Red Lips now, yeah.
Hey, we got him. We got him all.
Yeah, Transcendence and Sleet Girl seem to know all of these maps.
Oh, this is a Trickstar. This was not an SV map, but the SV version was like, I like this map, but this SV version is just
Trick
too much.
Flash, not Trickstar.
Yeah. Oh, this is
Shakunetsu,
yeah, Shakunetsu. These SVs are a bit modified though. They're different to the originals, I'm pretty sure. Oh, this is a Calamity Fortune. This was in 2018, I'm pretty sure. Round 16, I think it was?
What is that?
What was this? I remember this, but I forgot. This is cool. This is calling, right?
Yeah,
Sex,
it is.
This is Sec. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is Aleph Zero. No, it's not. Oh, that was I think. Okay, this is oh my god, this is TDEX1. How was it called?
Over the period.
Over the period. There it is.
This is
like
pretty
this
long,
game.
actually. Wow.
Yep. Oh, this is Last Found.
Oh man, Lost Found, yeah.
Oh, I would love to see a good score by Intel on Lost Found Melody, actually. Oh, this is 12 Cycles.
Yeah.
Oh, this is I do what I want.
Video style, yep.
Ah, the guessing game. Oh my god, this is Daiki's Reach Protocol.
I don't remember this one.
It was last year. Okay, Cloud9, Nero Cloud9. Easy. Oh, what was this? With Flash. This is with Flash, I think. Oh, this is Contain. Oh no.
Contain, wow.
I like the
because of this part,
with
right?
so
Yeah.
low scroll. Yeah. Oh, this is lots of spices. Again by Cole.
Oh, that's true. I remember now.
Oh, I remember this.
It's
it called?
Jack the Ripper.
Jack the River, yes, you're right. This is again by Daiki.
Yeah.
It's almost over though. How many more tracks? We have one more track, I think. Oh, this is...
Sinister Revolution.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Also Nike.
Yep. It's really good. I really like Celestial Revolution. Oh! Okay.
That's the end of Beep Futures.
That's what actually made Korea win against the US back then on Winners Bracket Finals, if you recall correctly.
Yeah,
That's 7-5 or 7-4, I think it was. That was nice. Oh, I thought this was Makami Tai for a moment, but it's not. Or is it? Wait, is it?
I think it is.
It is! Oh my god! It is! I knew it! Dude, oh my god.
Amazing.
We get the rolls and the picks and bands with Bakamitai on the background. I love this. Very good score there by Transcendence, the only S rank here. He definitely knew all those maps beforehand, at least a little bit. No! Bakamitai is gone.
Damn it, Walter.
It's not his fault, I think it's the client actually.
Yeah, I know.
Well, that's an 84 for Intel. I'm sad. We got eliminated today of the Mania World Cup, and I rolled 2 times 100. Like, why can I not win matches as I win rolls?
And
Well,
both nice rolls rolled there. Wow. He actually rolled 2.
well, this does mean that we will get to see Korea banning first, so
Yeah.
I'm always surprised if we see something on the Rise pool here being banned. Specifically, I will say they might want to knock down Jimpy, but I think their best ban might be Vertex or Facebreaker instead. Maybe
For
C200
Korea?
for Korea.
I feel like Korea should just ban one of the SBs. I'm assuming that they probably practice one of them and not the other.
That could be. If they had to practice one, I would say Anti-Crystal is the better bet, and they're actually banning that, so we're going for
Yeah, they're
Vertex.
banning it.
And I just think Japan's going to destroy Vertex. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I think Japan would do well on Anti-Crystal, but maybe not to a point where they will be impossible to stop. But Vertex is just another level. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we see 999Ks from Japan on Vertex. So Japan now gets the ban. They'll probably go for something on the long nose shenanigans. So I would imagine B will be the most likely ban. Maybe Dolphin Talk. And it is Dolphin Talk instead.
I think that like whichever SV they banned, I think Crew K plus Intel is kind of a really hard thing to beat.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's just unbeatable already. They really need a third that doesn't perform too well if they give any chance for the other team. And I don't think Japan has any problems with that. They really have the SV players anyway. Intel and Crew K are just 2 monsters that are way above everyone else. But in a map like Bird specifically, which is very easy to train, you just lower your scroll speed and there it is, there is Vertex. You just lower your scroll speed a little bit, get used to the slow jump constantly on the intro, and then the rest of the map is just a piece of cake.
Yeah, let's see what happens though. How Korea deals with this.
Was the first pick by Japan, and we see Crew K and Intel obviously here, and Ame Duskia actually going alongside those two. Not that big of a surprise, I guess, but we'll see what Korea has to offer here. Saracen's Yule will be two of the players.
Zara's literally saying what she just did about Intel 999King this.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all. Like, this is a map I can get double-digit perfects in a very good run, so Intel in a very good run can probably just 1 million this. Because he's that good.
Okay, here we go. Waiting for the players to ready up here.
I really like the song.
Decomposition. He hasn't been joining too often, has he? For the Korean team.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing the composition all too often. Maybe for SVs he has been showing and maybe I just forgot. The problem with Korea is I really didn't follow their matches all too much. And like in this World Cup, because I was focusing too much on my matches, I couldn't really catch most of it. So up from now I'll probably get to catch everything because I don't have to worry about the tournament anymore. So here we go then. Vertex is the pick here. Japan gonna roll with the very big powerhouses that are Intel and Crew K in a map like SVs. And really, I don't know if Korea has any chance on this. I believe Japan will be doing so good on this map that they can't even afford a miss or two.
I don't know, I wouldn't take Korea's SV skill too lightly, but we'll see what happens. Intel 100%, yeah.
Intel is just 100%ing. Easy.
Okay, yeah, you're already with a 98 there.
Dusky is actually having a bit of a problem here when it comes to ratio. He's probably using a bit too low for scroll speed, and therefore he's sacrificed his own ratio for the fact of not hitting 200s on the ending, which is a trade-off that most people will be fine with in this kind of maps. On the other side, however, Zeros is pretty much matching Intel here, doing really well for himself.
Yeah, the thing is that the composition already missed as well, so...
Yeah, that was a big miss.
I think this probably has been decided already before barely after it started already. Seeing Intel, the combination of Intel with Ruke, seeing AM Dusky as well with the 99.7.
Yeah, Dusky is doing really well as well. I mean, compared to Intel and Crooked, you can't really do much better than that, but Korea, even though trying their best, I think without the miss from their composition, this was still way in the favor of Japan here.
Yeah.
Miss was quite early though, so maybe a miss here. And there it is, a Crooked miss from Japan. That might swing it, although the accuracy advantage for Japan seems to be a bit too much for just one miss to make the cut here, but will it be enough?
I just love noting Intalizer's scroll speed compared to everybody else.
Yeah, he's going very slowly, isn't he? Not surprised, he's just gonna destroy the ending though. And honestly here, once we reach the combo cap, this difference is probably gonna be about 10,000 points, and that might be enough if someone drops a lot of 200s on the ending. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case for Duskia and Zeros as well. The scroll speed from Zeros is actually very high at this moment. So he might struggle with that ending a little bit, so is Duskia. Intel is probably just gonna destroy it completely. And we already see Zeros at Rage is dropping a little bit here. And here comes the speeds up. Duskia dropping a lot of normal 300s, but that's not going to be enough for Korea. That is a win for Japan, and by a very significant margin afterwards. That is a great ratio by Kruke and Intel. That miss kind of ruins Kruke's score a little bit, but nonetheless a point for Japan. Not 998k for Intelizer as we expected initially, but fairly close.
Yeah, I guess every time I see Japan play SVs, I'm kind of left speechless. I just want to watch.
Yeah, this is one of those things that you just watch them and like, how? And that's just the whole time you're watching Japan playing SVs, you're like, how do they do that? And don't get me wrong, Zeros did really well as well. His ratio was super crazy good, and Korea overall as a team, they did really well. It's just that Japan, they had a 985k with one miss. That's how good they were. And we're going straight into a lane here from Korea. I actually really like this pick. Low-key.
Really low-key.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here.
So what do you think about this pick though, Gil? You think it was good?
I mean, Korea always wants to pick stuff that favors them, and I think they are picking correctly here because, you know, this is to me one of the more physically demanding maps in the map pool, and it has lots of streak and patterns here. So
yeah,
I don't think that they're going to trip Japan up, but you know, you gotta throw what you have at them, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think this. I actually don't think the same though. I believe this long nose can actually definitely trip Japan up a little bit. And I'm specifically talking about AMD here. The patterns on this map, though they are very physically demanding compared to the rest of the pool in general, I believe we will see misses on the long nose mini jack section. Those are pretty hard to read, specifically for those players who are not used to very like schlong / staccato patterns. Yeah, I think Duskia might be one of those players that have issues with that.
Yeah, I see. Well, we'll see now. As the map starting, map number 2. A lane here.
OGO. That was not a good start. That was not a good start at all. He got a big hit in terms of accuracy and dropped a lot of combo. Hopefully he will recover. Oh, this composition misses as well. What is going on with Korea here?
I think the composition forgot to change. Scroll speed, maybe?
Oh, yep, he definitely did. That seems like it. He's just missing too much here. Oh, this is point for Japan already. Like, we don't even have to question this. Guess we'll get to see if this actually trips up Dusky a little bit when it comes to the long nose or not, but That's a big yikes for Korea already. Very early into the match. They are pretty much just 2 points down now.
Yeah, and with a break on a maybe very important map here.
I forgot
Japan,
what I put in
though,
my pickings all this.
Japan, yeah, Pick'ems can never predict this. But yeah, Japan here with anyway, still a very solid performance.
A bit on the lower end, I think, from Intel, but
yeah,
he's doing really well though.
AM Duskia, the only person from Japan here to be below 99.7. Otherwise, Sweet Girl and Intel are above the 99.8 threshold. Xera's keeping up with them, and who knows if Yo and the composition would be keeping up with them if they had actually...
On the normal circumstances.
Yeah, under normal circumstances, you know. Who knows?
Overall though, I have to say I have been very surprised by Xeros throughout this entire tournament. The little bits I kinda had the chance to watch about Korea, it was this player, Xerox, that always was a bit surprising for me. He's like a very good accuracy player, he's very consistent too. So
yeah,
that's definitely the asset that Korea really needed coming into this tournament.
You'd think that not having sudden depth would be a huge hit, but guess not, right?
Yeah, Xeros is definitely doing the job quite well. Unfortunately for him, Giol and the composition here, I mean, Giol just straight up didn't have the best of the times when it comes to the intro, but he also missed throughout the map at some points too. Honestly, I think he might have dropped at the intro because he forgot to change the scroll speed and he just changed it while
right away, right?
Yep.
I think it's either that or he just didn't have his game focused.
Yeah, and then there's the composition who just got the wrong scroll speed sadly.
Juan, this brings me to a question. Like, during your games versus friends, I was wondering what was happening in the intros. You were always like dropping a lot of accuracy. You were always beginning with like, yeah, well, you were always beginning like with low 99s, sometimes dropping it to 100 right away. Was there something?
I feel that multis always get me off guard. That is the problem. Like, I don't know why, but I always either rush or drag on multis. It's just that they feel like a different game, so it's interesting.
Yeah, I do understand you completely in that.
Like, it's not nerves, it's just, it physically feels different, so it takes me some time to adjust to the map.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, Zero's ended up falling down to Duskia's accuracy here, but still doing really good. And just like that, map's over. Point for Japan, and Korea's gonna have to recover from this.
Really good scores there by Japan overall.
Yeah.
I'll say maybe a little bit on the lower end when it comes to ratio, but definitely great scores nonetheless. Like 1-200 for Intel, 1-200 for Jade Leadgear. And Duskia falling a little bit behind when it comes to the accuracy department, but still hitting the 990k, which is incredibly good on a map like this. Probably the hardest map in the pool. Maybe not like in any specific skill set, but you need to be a very complete player to do very well on a map like that. And Japan's going straight for tunnel vision accuracy here. C204. I like this pick.
Yeah, I can see them losing this one. And that means if they actually don't lose this, that they're already gonna be up 3-0, and that's already half the points they need in case they win. And Korea's definitely going to be in quite the pinch here. No, I'm not gonna criticize them or anything like that. These things just happen. It's just very unfortunate that it did in an important match like this.
I mean, this is something that you can control, so it is a bit of a mix between unfortunate and not being prepared enough. And in a high pressure situation like this, I still don't blame them. Like, you're so pressured, you know that you have to play your absolute best to face a team like Japan, and you sometimes forget this kind of things. There are players that forget to put their mirror mods on some maps as well, and that's definitely a thing that happens. Korea, though, they have to shrug that off. They still have what it takes to take this match if they play their cards properly, I believe. But now it's an uphill battle. They had a breakpoint against them, so they have to try their best now. And this map, although I think it heavily favors Japan because Intel is just going to get double-digit perfects on this.
Kruke is playing this one.
Yeah, that's actually true. I think he's also gonna destroy the chart though in terms of ratio. But like we said, this is a very long map. It's kind of easy to miss at some point because you just lose focus, and it has happened in the past to very accurate teams. And Korea could take advantage of that if they're consistent. If they can keep that triple full combo, I assume they will all have like around 99.9% accuracies, maybe 985 for one or two players. And that should be enough if Japan just finds a single miss. So long as they have their mind fresh, they don't care much about what happened now, they just focus on this map, they might have a chance here. In fact, it's actually fairly close in the intro.
Yeah, I feel like in the end it comes down to not missing. I think you're right on this because, you know, as you can see, Korea's accuracy is also holding up super well, and it's at a point where, well, close to a miss. Getting like a bunch of 300s is already detrimental enough, right? Imagine getting a miss and that costs you over 5,000 points at once.
Oh, I forgot to put the Tuturu thing on stream. My bad, I'm sorry. Remember that on 7K when you woke up.
Yeah.
Well, so far the accuracies are so close actually. Intel is just doing Intel things here, but Zeros is not too much behind. The main difference here is just Dusky and GL. It's like a 0.04? 0.004?
Yeah, 0.04. 0.03 now. But the composition actually falling behind Crew K a little bit as well.
Not too much though, and I would like to point out, even though many people disagrees with me, I still think the hands that go after the small break, not this one, but the following break that is on this map.
You sent the picture to me.
Yeah, that pattern is just the evil incarnation, is the devil. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see some chokes here by any of the players. Even accuracy-wise, they will probably give the lead to Korea here. There is not that big of a difference here. Like, 200s would probably put these two teams even.
Yeah, they were at the break, they were 700 points apart only. But I think Yo actually dropped the 200 because he suddenly dropped back there. But
he definitely did. I think it was mostly just him losing focus a little bit. I don't think it was at 200 per se, but his accuracy definitely dropped enough to a point that gives a significant lead to Japan. Like, this will need 200s to be decided at this point.
Yeah, they were about 1,000 points apart there. Japan about 1,000%.
The thing with Japan again is that they are a super consistent team. And we always talked about this maps being dangerous because you can choke, but Japan is not a team that chokes at all. But into this section though, the devil incarnation here for C204. We are about to get in there, and after that the map picks up a little bit in terms of tempo, so we might see Crew K dropping a lot of accuracy as well, of ratio. There's
nobody messing that up. Guess they proved me wrong. One.
From Jill, yep, the devil did not appear this time. It's just me.
Yeah, and now we have the streams, right? Those are also pretty scary to do. So we have to keep close attention. Ice field. See what happens here.
And here we go. Accuracy still favoring Japan. It's mostly just Duskia pulling ahead of Jo. And that's really the only difference. The other players are pretty much even. And into this very fast streams, there's a miss by Crew K. Oh, that is the chance. That is the golden chance that South Korea was looking for right at the end of the burst as well. That is the worst place to miss for Crew K. And now Japan is in a very bad spot. There was a lot of 200s. They're not taking this back
unless Korea also misses.
Yeah, exactly. Joe dropped 200s. He got his accuracy below the 99.9, but now things are looking rough for them. For Japan, that is. This will be the break point for Korea.
This is exactly what they needed too. Wow.
Yeah, going straight back into the match on a map like this. Deadly consistent is the name of the Japan's team, but this time Crew K just having that single mistake, and Korea capitalized off it. Very well played. That's still a really small difference. Only 3,000, maybe even less. 2,300,000 points. 2,300 no. 2,300 points that will be. Oh, and that's go from Intel again. It's crazy, but not enough.
Intelizer being Intelizer, but with the Crew K break there, he got a break in 250. He definitely rushed something.
It was literally at the end. He probably just like forgot, or not forgot, but didn't play the last bit of the burst and catched up a bit too late, or maybe a bit too early. And wow, that would have been very close though. Without those 50s, that score would have been maybe a 992, 993 if I'm pushing it, so it would have been extremely close. Through this though, that's the point for Korea. They are back in track now, even on break points, so if they win their own, now they will be a tiebreaker.
Yeah, they really needed this. They lost a potentially important map, and now Japan has lost a potentially important map as well. So
yeah, considering this
we'll see
performance,
what's happened here.
We saw Krukis with the accuracy, but not really the combo, so they might want to go for one of those maps that are easy to choke. I'm thinking maybe kill V, but they are going for B instead, straight to long. No, it's okay, taking the free ticket.
Yeah. I didn't think after losing a lane, right? Because of that, I think they want to go with something they're sure to win, right? Or well, at least in principle, they're sure to win, right? Who knows what can happen?
Oh boy, I'm not sure about this map though. B. Like here's the thing with B, and I like to disagree with a lot of people apparently, but I think this is a map that if you're not a long no player, you're gonna do better than like other long no maps we have seen in the past. This is a very density oriented, and the patterns overall really trip long no players a lot, especially the section that goes like about 2500 combo when you have to do triplets, right?
Yeah.
Which end on a normal node, and that normal node completely destroys your way of reading this chart. You have to read it completely different to what you're used to throughout the other parts of the chart. So long no players could get tripped by that section, misses could happen. Other than that, the map is pretty tunnel vision. Like, I can see Intel is obviously going to destroy this, as he always does, but I wouldn't be surprised if Kruke and JH lead girl do fairly well on this until that point. So this is not that big of a free point for Korea. I think they have like the upper hand, maybe 75-25% chance of winning this, right? 75 to 25 in favor of Korea. But I wouldn't say this is as free as long no peace have been in the past against Japan, really, because Japan is like Korea, but in the other way around, right? Their long no's are a bit weak. Yes, that is true. But especially early on, as the tournament progresses, they kind of have their just physical capabilities helping them out. And I believe in a map like this, that will come in handy. We'll see if it is enough, though.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna see.
Well, so far it seems like an early 200 for GH lead, and other than that, every player seems to be on the B1SS. Seems like you'll drop the one though, and now scores are pretty much tied, really. Have to be careful with GH lead.
Until with the highest score on board here so far. Sleet Girl actually dropping accuracy constantly, but
he's having trouble with those releases, definitely. That's not a good sign for Japan, but the scores are still pretty close if they can full combo this. This still on the grounds of anybody to take. BB.
Yeah, Zera's dropping accuracy here. He was at a 99.8, now he's at a 99.66. Yo, almost below the 99.6 threshold here. Bihop Fury also dropping below 99.7 now, and Intelizer and Kruke being above 99.7, Intel above 99.8 here. They are managing to carry his lead girl here, which only has a 99.5, and have a slight lead, and we're going to the hardest part here. Let's see what happens.
It's just barely. Bihop Fury actually dropping a couple of 200s there on that section, rushing a little bit, but
so
not enough for them to drop the lead. Yes, Lidgar is just getting punished very hard by this section. This is the hardest transition. They managed to all combo through it, and now into this mini section that is actually very tricky to get good accuracy out of, but nobody's stripping too much. Just beginning to the ending, this looks like Korea if they can combo through this last bit. Oh, this is so close.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a huge one as well! No! Wow. Japan just takes this now.
Wow. Upset after upset in this match. Wow.
That's a 3,000 points of difference.
Sleet Girl rage quitting there, thinking they lost probably. Who knows? But they actually won this pick.
They
Oh my
barely did though.
god.
It was 2,700 points of difference. Intel carrying with the 993 really. It was just him putting ahead of everybody else, but
Yeah, and
just
Kruke
barely.
actually doing a really good job here too.
I'm just proud that I got a better score than literally everybody in this room other than Intel. Yes, got him. But
But yeah,
my goodness.
Sarah's with a three miss column lock there. Really cost Japan this point. Korea. Sorry.
And I told you, it was not that big of a free ticket for Korea.
Yeah.
Sure, they had a triple full combo, they win this, but there was that chance of a single miss just deciding it. And I will say, good job for GH to holding that full combo was crucial for Japan. Although his accuracy was not that good, that combo really was what put Japan in a position where they could actually take this one. And they did. We're going straight into Forgotten now, though. Oh boy. This is an intense match.
Yeah, it really is. Incoming another breakpoint because this is joke bait. Picking this, I was honestly surprised that Japan picked this. I was expecting them to go for something like, I don't know, Face Breaker. But I guess I can understand they wouldn't pick that after they lost in C204 because of that miss by Kruke. Kruke was probably not feeling very confident.
I mean, I think it was just an unfortunate situation. I'm not sure if I like Forgotten all that much. Like, I'm just slightly concerned about Kruke's abilities to combo through this as comfortably as probably the Korean team will. So that this is 263 tech BPN, like BPN tech, and that's really fast. Though the patterns are a bit linear for the most part, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Kruke dropping on those 1-2 single patterns like are really hard. That they are like, what are those 1-8 bursts that are sort of jump trilly, but not really. Those parts can definitely catch you off guard, especially if you're going for accuracy, which is what I think caused Kruke to drop the combo on the previous map. Like if you go way too much into ratio, you can like hand yourself and drop. And at this point, I think Japan's natural ratio accuracy is just better than Korea, so they have to focus on just comboing. They don't have to worry too much about sharpshooting their accuracies in terms of ratio as much as they can. And I don't know if Kruke is able to do that in a map like this specifically. So we'll see if this works well for Japan or not.
If you follow Kruke's Twitter, you know that he posts many last minute show videos. So there's also that.
Yep. But here we go then, it is Forgotten. The match will not be forgotten though as we get into this fifth map. And Korea is leading by, what is that? For like 1.4 million.
Yeah, 1.4 million points. The composition is cheating.
Yeah, with 3,000. That was a great score.
Yeah, we go straight into map number 5 here. Forgotten, picked by Japan. In a heartbeat as well, right? They picked this really fast.
Yeah, they did. Usually Japan is really confident with their strategies. They pick really fast, they don't take much time to decide anything. They have their they have their plan and they just roll with it. They don't really change the strategy throughout the match, at the most part.
Yeah, and we can definitely see Kruke falling behind here, but he's actually falling behind in terms of accuracy here. Maybe the plan here. Yeah, maybe the plan here is for Intel and AM to carry him through this one.
Yeah, I will say that even AMD is doing a little bit worse than what he can probably do in an average run. He's still doing better than Seros, who actually dropped a couple 200 there. He was holding around the Intel levels, but now he's back into AMD's levels now, 99.84. Korea, a little bit behind in terms of accuracy, and as a miss by the composition as well, that's not going to help at all. It's a big drop for them. Accuracy-wise, I think, considering there's only half of the map remaining, they probably had enough time to edge it just on accuracy alone, because Kruke will probably end up dropping a little bit more, 200 as the map progresses. But now that the composition found a miss, they need not only that, but also a miss on Japan's side. And though they found it on C204 this time around, it might just not be enough, a single miss. They'll need some drops in terms of accuracy as well. Can they
Yeah.
find it though?
I think of this map is that it just doesn't let go. So there's a quarter of the map left, and every single second of this quarter left is, well, full of action. So anything can happen here still. However, Kruke is just edging further and further out.
Oh, you! He drops. He actually drops.
I was going to say that.
Wait, but is it enough? The composition drops.
Oh, the composition breaks.
Enough time. They definitely did have enough time, but that miss from the
Wow.
composition seals the deal. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Gil, but that was just... Oh, Duskia misses at the end. Enough. 3,000 points. What just happened? Japan almost collapses at the ending. What just happened? Wow. Double
We
S
were
there by
talking.
both Gil and Intel, but wow.
It's all good. It's all good. We were really talking about how Kruke had to focus on combo, and then as soon as we realized that he's edging further on accuracy, he actually drops, right? But then traded by the composition again, and AM does get dropped again, but way too close to the end there for it to matter.
Whoa. Dusky at the end, though. Had this happened like 20 notes before, it might have been enough for Korea to take it. It was only 3,600 points. That was the difference. This last, like, 4 maps rather, have been decided by, like, 4 digits.
Yep. I think the most impressive is that they've been decided by last minute
Yep.
happenings, right? So
And Japan as well. That score from Intel, like, you have to keep in mind this, that even with the chokes from Japan, like, Duskia had 99, like, he still had a 991k score, and Intel had a 997, like, 997,000 points. Like, an average full combo on this will be on the 994, 92 maybe even, probably even less than that. And it's just that powerhouse of accuracy that Intelizer is that put Japan on the lead as well. Had that full combo be that average one, it would have been Korea anyway.
yeah, those 3k points, they were definitely Intelizer over there, getting a 997k. That had been, for example, I don't know, any other player, right, getting a normal SC on the map, it would have been Korea's there.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
Korea is just answering with another rise here. Frictional Nevada. I guess it makes sense. This is one of the hardest ones when it comes to physical ability, so they're probably just targeting Krukate. And the composition is just not having the greatest of the time. He's probably going to get subbed off here. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see... I'm not sure if B-Hop Fury will make the cut because of his accuracy. He's going to be caught high, That makes more sense.
I was wondering where he was. Finally joining here for a map. Let's see how he does.
Why?
I do think that... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
No, go.
I do think that what happened to Kruke on Forgotten won't happen here because Friction on Nevada is not as stack based. It's not as physically demanding as Forgotten, at least in my opinion. And
it's more consistency, really, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean we'll see, but
there are some spots though. There are some tricky mini jacks that can.
I think the ending, mostly the ending, the 3-note long jack too.
Yeah, the 3-note long jack on the first column at 500 combo is definitely tricky. The ending can get a bit hectic, and some parts in the middle have some hidden mini jacks that can be a bit problematic. But I believe Kruke has what it takes here to hold their ground. If he can combo through the 3-note jack, he should be fine. And that speaks for everyone, really. Intel even had a bit of a struggle in the intro.
Yeah, Intelizer finally getting human levels of accuracy here.
We have the epic processor team here on the right side.
Everybody comboing through that. Through the 3-note long jack.
Duskia is actually losing accuracy, which is surprising.
Yeah, Korea is actually getting an accuracy lead here, which is not very usual.
Oh, Kakai is so close in terms of accuracy to Duskia, and Intel is now pulling ahead. Oh my god, this is so close. I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. I don't want to curse anybody.
And Duskia seems to be hitting a little early. That's why his accuracy is subpar here.
It is, but Kage is also hitting a bit too spread. He's hitting many 200s actually, which is, well, not many, but like one or two.
Yeah, a couple of 200s.
Irregular.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so close though.
Lead slides to Korea's favor here.
Just barely though. Like, it is like
yeah.
a miss.
Oh, Equalizer actually dropped. What is going on?
Oh, that's a drop by Intel.
This is.
Oh my god, this is a point for Korea. I do not believe that they had to come down to a miss by Intel. And at this point, even a miss this late won't do enough damage to Korea. This is their pick. And their point after all. Very good choice here. No problems there on the very fast bursty section over there. And it is Korea that takes this one. Bit of a statement here. Intelizer with that singular miss producing the difference between these two teams. Without a miss, I reckon it was all on Japan's hands, but now this is 4-2, and Korea's winning the Rise maps overall. They just had a bit of a choke scenario with the composition in the past. I wonder if Japan might run out of picks at some point, because they definitely do not want to go for hybrids, really. I don't see them going for Kill V. I don't see them going for Bubble.
Why not? I think they should go for Bubble next time.
Bubble is really easy to choke though, like that's a problem. And Japan is the one that has been choking the most in this matchup.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Look, I'm gonna take the safe pick here with Jimpy, but I mean, this map is also very tricky. It's very easy to choke.
It's also choke bait, right? Because of the burst and the huge downstream burst before the core jack part, the heavy core jack part.
Definitely. But this is the thing, like, if no chokes happen, Japan would just overpower Korea in this one, most likely. Like, Intel would probably get a 998,000 points, at the very least, in a map like this. So, Intel alone can probably just compensate for a big I mean, not a big, but a small mistake by any of the other Japanese players. But then there is Korea, and if Korea can, again, keep their performance up, still have those 3 full combos on the board, they definitely have a good chance on Rise here. This is looking more even than before.
Yeah, I do think that what we were discussing before, we definitely have our answer here. That we're exactly at that point where Korea has managed to catch up to the rest of the other teams in the way that they're not too easy. That Korea falls behind in terms of accuracy. But they're not yet too hard to the point that Korea just can destroy everybody. So, but y'all here actually
so much trouble.
Yeah, y'all and Zeros, yeah.
They are not liking this bursty and jump drill sections at all. So let's see if they can hold on these core jacks that are gonna happen right after this. So far, Japan is on the lead, but Duskia is not having the greatest of the performances today, I'll say that much. And he's dropping a little bit behind today.
He's still hitting early. Who knows what happened?
The multi-curse.
The multi-curse.
But again, we are in a similar spot on the previous map. If Korea can afford to just triple full combo this, they are fine. They just need a miss from Japan.
You'll hear with the 99.73. He's also hitting very early, so who knows what's happening.
Intel is just destroying this. Zeros, I think, just had this big issue on the intro with the jump drill specifically, and that's what's putting him behind in terms of accuracy. But other than that, this isn't as close as we maybe expected yet, but a single miss will put things in a very, very tight spot. With only a quarter of the map remaining though, I'm not sure if that's gonna happen. Kruke is just holding the ground really well here. This is rushing, he's very consistent on his hits.
Yeah, that's for sure. This is the part where the choke bait is mostly gone. This is the more physically demanding part, so I can't really see drops here. I really think that Japan's just gonna take it. Oh yeah, there's the melee lens at the end, but I think they're prepared for this.
That late would not be enough, I think.
Yep.
And it is. That is 7,000 points of difference in favor of Japan. They're on a match point. Not quite the 998,000 for Intel, but very close nonetheless. On only 100 300s though, that's really good. And Japan is now at match point. They win one more, they take it home. They knock down South Korea on the loser's bracket for the first time since 2015. Or actually, not 2015. 2015. It's been since 2015 that Korea lost a match. Like, they have not lost a single match since 2015. When they dropped on the quarterfinals, I think. It was against the United States.
Yeah, every other MWC, they've just constantly won. I mean, they lost to Brazil in the grand finals.
To Brazil, you're right. You're actually right. I forgot about that one.
Oh my god, they're going with
losers
Mamaroshi.
bracket. I like this pick though. I think it's good. If they can hold the ground on the lens, this is probably the better chance they have to make a GH lead go trip a little bit. So
Yeah,
I
guess you're right. It's just that when they picked that, I got flashbacks to your match versus France, and I just remembered everybody missing. This map is trickier than it seemed. You know, when I was commentating with Toph on your match with France, we were saying that like full combos all across the board were gonna happen, and it was gonna be a matter of accuracy, and that maybe France would trip up a little bit, but then like that happened, and well, now my perception of the map is forever changed.
The thing with this map is that it's very easy. That is the problem. Like, it's a map that is very simple to just play through it, but because it is so simple, you want to go for very good accuracy on a map like this, and there are some patterns with the long nose that can be a bit complicated if you're not not paying much attention to it. I don't remember if I actually missed on this when I played. I think
no, you didn't. I don't think you did.
Maybe at the end. I think I did. I'm gonna
yeah,
recheck real quick.
That's true. You did at the end. You broke an line at the end.
Yeah, I was surprised by how much France dropped on this, though. Like, I wasn't expecting that at all. And in fact, for this map in particular, now that we don't see GH lead here and instead we see Duskia, I think this is even better for Korea now in terms of chances to win.
Sometimes which players are up to playing the map you choose. Sometimes,
yeah, it tells you a lot.
Yeah, it can convey a very important message.
But here we are, we hope Fury joining Korea, as he is the long nose specialist of the team. No big surprise here, but this is do or die for Korea. If they lose this, they get knocked down to the losers bracket. I'm not sure who they will be facing, but definitely not a matchup you want to see if you're from the losers bracket. None of these two teams you will like, honestly, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if they fall, whoever falls out of the losers bracket here,
what is that intro? Right? What is that intro by both of the teams? What just happened? Kruke, Duskia, Zeros, Vihop Fury, everybody is just so low in terms of accuracy.
I mean, those all-ends are really tricky. Really tricky.
Yeah, they are tricky, don't get me wrong, but everybody just choked on them.
No combo drops so far at least, so you know, let's keep moving on here.
Yeah,
accuracy is still pretty low though, so
it is. I think the main point of the difference in this map was gonna be this small inverse section that is like, it's very short, but it's definitely enough for Duskia to drop his combo. He's actually dropping a lot of 200s in pretty much every single one of those longer positions.
He's by far the worst percentage here on the board, and that's that's definitely giving Korea the lead so far.
Yeah, but not by much. This accuracies from Korea are actually fairly low too. This is not a great performance for them, but it's certainly good enough to overcome Japan, at least this far. And it's still half of the map remaining. I also believe the second half is harder than the first one, so... Or at least it's easier to drop on the second half than it is on the first one.
Yeah, I'd say so as well. And here we go to the corners of the map. Let's see what happens.
There is the inverse, no drop, so...
Duskia managing to climb back up a little bit, closing in on the 99.6
This is getting so close though. Gio is dropping a little bit as well, so is Xerox, and Intel is just trying his best to pull the team ahead, and it's so close. The lives of Korea on the winners bracket is on the line here, and it seems like Japan is taking the lead now. but is it gonna be enough? It's just going back and forth. Dusky has seemed to be established himself a little bit in the 99.6. Gio is trying his best to overcome that, but do they have enough time? This bar is literally set on that point and it's not going back and forth at all. Is Japan gonna take this? Are they gonna knock Korea down on the losers bracket for the first time in history since 2015?
They seem to be ahead.
So close! Just a couple of level 300s can do it. Oh my goodness!
Seems like the ending LMs are going to matter here right now.
Oh my god, the 200s! Oh, it's gonna be enough. It's not. Oh, Dusky dropping so much. Oh my god, they take it!
That's Korea's
What just happened? 700 points! 700 points! Korea's still in it! What just happened?
Wow. Well, they were successful in exploring Japan's third player here. AM Dusky making the difference, dropping the 200s at the end there. Korea managing to hold on here. 5-3 to Japan, and it's now Japan's pick, right? So, I don't know what happens now. Oh, they picked Facebreaker. Yeah, they didn't pick that before, and now they pick it. Totally forgot about that. However, we have seen that Korea's accuracy is actually up to par here, so this is by no means a free pick. C204 wasn't a free pick, and they actually lost it. We thought it was a free pick, and it wasn't. And here we see Intellizer Kuke and Dusky here for the Japan team, and we see Kalkai coming back with Zaros and Neil for South Korea. So I wonder why Kalkai didn't play on Forgotten, since it is one of the more physically demanding maps to be in the school.
Wow. I'm sorry I didn't speak too much, but I was just mind blown.
That's all good. That's okay.
What was that? That was the tournament lives. Well, not really. They still have the losers bracket, but the winners bracket tournament lives.
Yeah.
Was on
Whoever
the ice.
Whoever loses this actually has to face the winner between Hong Kong and Mexico. So I guess Hong Kong and Mexico are not looking forward to their matches.
Yep. Wow, though. That was intense.
It really
It was intense all the time. They just dropped it on the very end.
Yep. And Dusky having a bad start here. On
this map is so hard to time.
It really is.
This BPM is a very weak one.
Intel with a 99.97. Oh, Kalkai rushed 200s there, I think, right? Or 100s?
No, 100s as well.
Yeah, 100s, okay. So that gives Japan a considerable lead here, and well, that's not good for Korea at all.
Yeah, that's not good at all. The accuracies of the Whites are somewhat close, but that was a huge drop by Kalkai. I'm not sure if he has enough time to recover accuracy-wise. They're gonna need some drops here from Japan, that is.
Yeah. Looking at Druke here again.
Don't get me wrong though, this map is certainly not as easy as it looks. Like, this might be pointed out as the consistency pick of the pool, but I disagree completely. Like, the patterns on this get a bit tricky, and the song is just really hard to follow. This really doesn't feel like the BPM it is, so it's very, very, very tricky to time, and a single mistake, as we saw from Kalkai, can cost you like 0.4% of accuracy. And although Japan is extremely consistent on Rise, we have seen drops from them before, so let's see if they can hold the ground here.
We definitely saw here AM Dusky climbing back now, and that pretty much means that Korea's gonna need a miss at this point, and maybe not even a miss is going to solve the case.
No, I think a miss definitely does this, but it will be close still, as you say.
Yeah, let's see here.
My God.
This gets a little denser now. Let's see what happens.
Japan is a third of a map of making a bit of history here.
Yeah.
Dropping Korea early on. Can they hold their grounds though? We've seen Kuke drop in the past, choking in maps like this, but he's looking pretty well for this one specifically. And if he drops even, Intelice is backing him up with an extremely solid 99.95 here. And even with that, I don't think a miss is gonna happen. This is looking like it's gonna happen. Korea, for once in history, they will be dropping into the loser's bracket. The map is pretty much over, really. There isn't much difficulty left to this. Japan. Will it be a 6-3? It does look like it. Maybe a 1 or 200 there by Kruke, but it doesn't matter. It's just not enough time even with a miss here. This is Japan, ladies and gentlemen. Probably the best team they have ever had in history. They take the win against tournament favorites and former champions South Korea with an incredible performance here by Intel. Again with a 998,000. Really great scores as well by Dusky and Kruke. And that's all they wrote. That's incredible. Japan actually did it.
Yeah, this is really incredible. And I think by now, I think you guys have to remember, right? The fact that Korea messed up right at the start of the match. And, well, that's what happens when you're in a close match and you make a mistake like that, right? When I saw the composition's scroll speed on Alain, I got instant flashbacks of many other occasions. One of them being on the Grand Finals, right?
Brazil.
Yeah, when they disconnected.
Yeah, not only that, there was also this, was in 2018, I think it was, that Andre forgot to change his scroll speed on Talent Shredder, and that costed Brazil the point, and they were having a tiebreaker otherwise.
That was also that. But yeah, those things, you know, it's kind of hard to just get over it and keep playing, but Korea's gonna have to do that this year, and they will have to fight their way through the losers bracket.
I think they are well capable, though.
Yeah, they will be if they win, right? If they win both their matches after next weekend, they're going to be facing the loser between Brazil and the winner of US and Malaysia, which I'm pretty sure is going to be US.
Oh.
So.
Oh.
You know, I'm looking forward to quite a ways here, but I think this is already what many people are thinking and wanting to happen, right? US beating Malaysia, Brazil facing the US, and the loser will face South Korea in the losers bracket, and that's not even going to be like in the third place match. That's going to be in the first round of finals losers.
Yeah, this essentially confirms that the top two teams this year will. Well, not necessarily. It could still be Brazil and Korea, right? If the US drops against Brazil and then drops against Korea, then it could be still Brazil and Korea. But what makes this a complete certainty is that we will not see Korea on the winners finals, though. So this is going to be the first time since 2015 when that happens.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's incredible. Japan now on the winners semis. So we can check the bracket real quick here. Alongside Brazil, they are the only two teams that have qualified so far, but they're still waiting for their opponents: USA, Malaysia, Singapore, and Philippines. Shocking that we have two high seeds over here.
I know, right? It really is shocking. I think it goes to show that, how can I put it? Sometimes you end up grabbing a team that's too strong for, semis and onwards, or even the quarters, semis and finals, right? But you end up not taking care of the rest, right, of the skill sets, which go a bit more into early game. And you're still a contender for the championship because you're so good on late game, but then you get those high seeds that are more well-rounded.
Yeah, you have to get there.
And, and you actually have to get. They just form this wall that you have to surmount in order to actually get there.
Absolutely, and I mean, after this performance we saw from Korea and Japan, I wouldn't be surprised if we have the champion in between those two. Like this year, I feel the top 4, which in my opinion would be USA, Brazil, Korea, and Japan. Top 4 is really close. Like, I wouldn't know who wins between those 4, who wins the entire tournament. And I think between these two teams, we just saw Korea and Japan, who unfortunately had to phase up quite early for them. I think the champion could be there. Like, don't rule Korea out. That's pretty much what I'm saying here.
Yeah,
don't
no,
they have
of
to go
course.
through the brutal bracket, and that's definitely a bit of a downside for them. They can still take it. They're not out of the tournament yet, so don't bet them out. Don't do that yet.
What's for sure though is that one really good team will be out very early. I think that's the bottom line here.
Yeah, it's crazy. Either Brazil, the US, or Korea will be just the top 16 this year. So this essentially guarantees that the top 3 is going to be 100% different. Like, there's no way the top 3 is the same as has been for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
Which was basically USA, Brazil, Korea in any specific order.
Yeah, it won't be USA, Brazil, Korea at all. It definitely won't be.
There is no
And Japan
chance.
is most likely going to be there.
Well, not necessarily, right? Philippines and Singapore still have to play. The winner of that has to face Japan, and if they win it, then they are the top 3 teams. So
that would be pretty. That would be a really nice upset to see as well. I would
definitely.
like to see
I will say this quarterfinal bracket matchup, like we're gonna see tomorrow morning between the Philippines and Singapore, it's actually gonna be way closer than what many people expect. Most people just put Philippines on top because they are an extremely good team, but they have been struggling throughout this tournament, so we have yet to see. Singapore has been doing really well in terms of accuracy too.
I'll be honest, I have no idea who wins between Singapore and Philippines. No idea at all.
I'm on the same, and I think it's just Philippines taking the LNs, Singapore taking the SVs, and then just Rice. Rice is going to be a coin flip for the most part. The hybrids are going to take a very important place. And after that, whoever is on those from those two teams against Japan, I think Philippines has the better chance because they have better long notes. But still, this World Cup has been going pretty crazy. Like, we had how many high seeds did we have moving forward? Malaysia, Argentina, and that's it.
No, I think there was another.
Who was that?
There were 3. I don't remember the third one now.
Singapore, that will be, yes. Yeah. So yeah, only 3 heights has made it through group stage. Then we are talking about Korea getting knocked out of the winners bracket on the quarterfinals, and then USA Brazil happening on semis. So one of those 2 teams, or those 3 teams, are not going to make it to the top 3. So there has been a crazy match. I mean, a crazy tournament so far. It's probably going to be even more crazy as it progresses.
Yeah,
but well,
that's for sure.
That's it for us, though, right? We still have about 20 minutes until the next match. So we'll definitely leave you with some music. What do you think about that, Gil?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
All right. Well, I'll remind you all then to, well, of course, get something to drink, get something to eat if you want as well, because we still have one more match. Yep, the banners as well. Hong Kong, Mexico is waiting here, but so are the banners. You should definitely go to the Yosu store, check them out. They are $2.50. And yeah, they're cool. They look really great. And if you happen to pick the winner, that banner will stay for a little bit longer. If you don't, then it's just a nice way to support your team that made it to the bracket stage. In any way, shape, or form, you always help to fund the prize pool for the players. So you're supporting both players and tournament by doing so. You can always support any of the teams, even Argentina or Netherlands, who already got eliminated. You can still support them because why not? It's fun. Sadly, it's not free, but but yeah. Regardless, with that being said, we'll see you in about 20 minutes. Hong Kong and Mexico are awaiting the low seed crash. It's gonna happen at 2 UTC. Stay tuned.
All right. Hello and welcome everybody back to yet another match in the vv725820071 4Key World Cup 2020 quarterfinals. Exciting match we just saw with Korea versus Japan. Now we get to see, I think, what's going to be another pretty exciting match, Hong Kong versus Mexico. I am commentator number one, Toph Daddy, and I'm joined yet again by Shoegazer. How's it going?
Hey, yo, I'm doing pretty well. I'm pretty annoyed that I was supposed to commentate the previous match, and guess what? I fell asleep because it was 8:30 a.m. Actually 8 a.m., but you get the point. I was really upset for a good while because I woke up like literally like 50 minutes into the match, even though I set an alarm, and I woke up.
And then you fell back asleep.
Yeah, and I didn't even know it. That's how good I am.
You missed what was arguably the most exciting match, or what was prospectively the most exciting match of quarterfinals. Possibly. I thought UK versus Brazil was going to be really exciting too. That ended up a little bit unfortunate, but...
Japan versus UK had higher stakes for sure, but I'd say that it's not
South Korea?
Yeah. South Korea versus Japan. It has the highest stakes for sure because it's kind of like a watershed moment for Japan because this gives Japan like an opportunity to be top 3 in the tournament, which they haven't done in about 4 years.
It's not only that, but it's the first year that guarantees that the top 3 will not be United States, South Korea, and Brazil since 2015. 2015 was the last time that South Korea, Brazil, and the United States were not the 3 teams on the podium.
Jeez, that's been so long, and I've been around for about 5-6 years. I remember in 2015 the lineup top 3 being really different, and then I'm always surprised. Like in 2016, 2017, 18, 19, it's always the same 3, albeit maybe in different orders sometimes, like Brazil and the United States here and there, but. It's refreshing to see.
What I think is actually pretty interesting about this is that 2015's podium was United States, Japan, and the United Kingdom, which with how the teams are performing, is a very real possibility.
Yeah. Like the match against Brazil's match against United Kingdom was really, really deceptively close. Like, don't let the sweep fool you. Like, if United Kingdom were against, like, I'd say 5 out of 8, like if they were against like 5 out of 8 or 6 out of 8 of the winners bracket teams, like UK would beat them.
Yeah, UK could have crushed a lot of people that were in the winners bracket.
Yeah, that would have been 6-0 in the UK's favor. It's just that the UK, the Brazil just did so well. They did uncharacteristically really well that day.
Right, and I mean, like, with how well Brazil performed, it'd be surprising not to see them in top 3 this year. But you know, when it comes to the finals map pool, there's gonna be a lot of wild cards to look out for.
Well, I'm a map pool selector, so I technically know the pool, and I really do hope that. Well, first off, you can't really make certainties all the time, right? Because even if you're a map pool selector, you can't exactly predict like how well each player is gonna do. But I do hope that Brazil will get top 3 with the map pools that we currently have.
We shall see, but for now we got the first warm-up for Hong Kong versus Mexico coming up.
This is a long warm-up.
Yeah, 4.5 minutes. Wow, I didn't even realize.
Oh wait, this is Nana here. Alright, I'm muting this. Alright, hold on.
Alright.
Good.
It's Nana here and Easy MMR. The perfect There, you don't even have to mute it. It's been muted for us.
Wait, really? Oh my god!
Let's
go. Thank you. Never mind.
Oh, it's back. It's back.
All right.
I was considering just singing it for the fans, but then I realized it would be a terrible idea.
That would be it. No, we'll have another Juan Crystal singing copy pasta map to make.
Oh yes.
Well, then again, you're eliminated, so it doesn't matter anymore.
Yay!
Ooh, more like. Anyway, like I wanted to talk about this earlier on, but I think we went on a bit of a tangent, which is completely fine because it's still warm up. But even though Japan and South Korea does have higher stakes because it's a winners bracket match, and that kind of guarantees that Japan would be top 3 or at least top 6. But I think most likely would be top 3. The thing is, like I think that Hong Kong versus Mexico is a very, very unpredictable match.
Oh like, yeah, for sure. Like,
and like there's also other matches like Finland, oh my god, France versus. I cannot think right now. I'm sorry. Just Singapore versus Philippines. There we go.
Yes, that is another match that I am excited to watch. Singapore. I think a lot of people see Singapore as maybe the underdog in that case, but their accuracy and their performances thus far in the tournament have shown that they are more than capable of holding on with the best of the teams.
Yeah, absolutely. The thing is that, like, first off, full disclosure, I am Singaporean, don't tell anyone, and I do have access to insider information for, like, what kind of scores that Singapore has been getting, and they are really, really good. Like, they're kind of comparable to United Kingdom. And Philippines is not Brazil. Hopefully they'll prove me wrong, but they are not Brazil.
Don't let the Philippines know about this. They're not supposed to have insider information.
At the very least, they're geographically different from Brazil, so I have that going for me. So, also,
what's actually really interesting is that if Singapore wins the match against Philippines, they're guaranteed top 6, which would continue the trend of having one high seed in top 6 every year, which would be super cool.
It will also be Singapore's first time getting out of top 8, I believe. Like, they've always lost at this particular stage in the winners bracket, and then they will always be top 8 because they get completely crushed in semifinals, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Anyway, let's talk about this match in particular a bit more, because this is really interesting to me, because I have very little information about like the Mexican team and also the Hong Kong team. Like, I know that Mexico should be picking Rice and stuff because of Neuer and Plutz, but been told that Ghoul might actually tank a little bit for Rice. And Hong Kong has Murasame, who is an absolute machine, but there are also players like 02 Storm, Meg, Mewtwo, Z, with whom I believe will tank towards like map pools this hard, but I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how I expect the teams to exactly do on this pool, but I'm expecting a really interesting match overall.
It's gonna be really interesting because like these two are teams with like very little information about each other. Like it's very hard to actually like figure out like, okay, what should I go for? It's kind of like one of the actual. It's actually one of the actual like scenarios where like you have to go for what you think you can do best and do worst because you have no idea how well the opposing team would do. Maybe the opposing team has information, but it's really hard to find it.
Yeah, I mean, most of the time, like, especially in the past, teams have just been going in with no information at all. So you pretty much have to, like, you have to have an idea of what your opponent's good at and get to and, you know, based around that, ban things that you're either uncomfortable with or that your opponent is more comfortable with than you. Right. And same goes around with picks. And a lot of teams have a little bit of issue with that, I've noticed.
Right. I completely agree. I've been complaining a lot in how everybody's going like a lot of teams just focus entirely on picking maps that they're comfortable with and never maps that they think that the opponent will be bad at. Or worse, or even worse, they'll go for maps that like they think they're comfortable with, but in reality, their other team actually has a much better score because the map is so easy.
Right. Yeah, I think JoJo Skirt was a really interesting example of watching a lot of teams just go for comfort picks without really taking into account that a lot of these teams in group stage are going to be able to accuracy this just as well as you are.
Right.
I didn't mention it being $9.99 bait in the showcase for nothing.
I mean, if Mifa got 6, it's probably really easy. Well, that's actually not true. I'm bashing Mifa too much because I'm having good reviews. Okay, what is this warm up? It's better than Nana Hero. So
it is better than Nana Hero. You are correct about that one. It's not as long as the last one is either.
So, like, what kind of perceptions do you have about Mexico's team and Hong Kong's team? Actually, I've never really asked.
I mean, at the beginning of the tournament, I basically said that Hong Kong was going to be one of the stronger SV teams, and while they weren't performing quite as well as I expected them to, they're still very strong, and I think that's definitely an advantage they'll have over Mexico in particular in this match.
Yeah. What about their LN in particular, actually?
I am actually not sure how good their LNs are as a whole. Right. I know Mexico's LNs start to fall off just a bit, and they even were in round of 16 to a certain extent. But Hong Kong's, I can't really say if
the thing is that like Mexico's ban won't really give any information to Hong Kong anyway, because I fully expect Mexico's ban anti-crystal.
Right. I think that would be the smartest ban they can go with against Hong Kong anyway.
Right. So like it gives no information about how well Mexico would do at LNs, and Mexico's LN performance has been kind of mixed. Like their score on internet finally is extremely good, but their scores on other LN maps have been relatively disappointing. I think they're still decent. But...
Yeah, I mean, like given the internet fine lady score, I was a little bit underwhelmed by their other scores, but they're not bad in any case.
Right, they're not bad. I don't know if it's enough against Hong Kong, but it should be decent enough. Do you remember which team Hong Kong beat to get here?
I can take a look. Hold on.
Wait, no, loss, I guess, my bad.
Hong Kong was beaten by Malaysia.
Ooh, and that was like 6-4.
It was 6-4 because Malaysia choked a lot of picks out, and Hong Kong took advantage of it.
I do think that well, Hong Kong seems to be fairly consistent. Mexico, not quite as consistent, so I'm kind of worried. Excuse me. So, well, from what I've seen from this course, at least from like Hong Kong, they seem to be relatively consistent, but I will double check real quick. About 6-4 against Malaysia. Malaysia, you're bad. Singapore is worse, so don't worry about it. Okay, so wow, okay, that's really, really interesting. So, Hong Kong, out of the 10 matches that 10 rounds that they've played, they've only missed 3 times. And the 3 times they lost on Euro Ring Dong Dance, I think base kick, which is kind of like a wild card coin toss. And they also missed on, wait, is that all? No way. No, that's it. Those are the old. Okay, yeah, those are the only 2 maps they missed. They FC Yin.
Yeah, I mean, Hong Kong has shown themselves to be a pretty consistent team, though. With that said, I guess remembering that Euro Ring Down Dance score that Hong Kong got, there might be an interesting dynamic going on with long notes in this match in particular, because Mexico and Hong Kong seem to both be falling off just a little bit in terms of long note play.
Right.
And with this World Cup being almost over, it looks like this would be a little bit easier than the rest of the quarterfinals pool. So it might give a little bit of like perspective into what's going to happen. But I mean, it's still pretty close in general. And I don't know if these would be the teams that, particularly Hong Kong, would use for a map like that. I think Hellscythe Flute School would be. I think they would switch someone out for Noir in that case. But
this is a hybrid-ish map, so I don't really expect Neuer to pick. I mean, Neuer didn't really play in any of the Olympics, if I'm not wrong. Did he?
I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
But we are about to get into the rolls.
Alright, place your bets. I'm not going to bet because I think I'm going to be wrong anyway.
Alright, we got it.
50-50 chance.
72. Okay, never mind. Okay, they both came out. Wait,
GG.
Yeah. So Hong Kong wins that roll, 82-23. Mexico gets first ban. Anti-Crystal is the guess, I'd assume. Yeah.
They ban Anti-Crystal. I'm guessing Hong Kong will ban C204. Like, that should be their best ban because Mexico's rice consistency is actually really, really good. And a miss there wouldn't really hurt all that much. You probably cost like 4K, which is still a lot, but nowhere as much as other maps like Nevada or Forgotten. And Hong Kong's pretty consistent. So I have no idea what they're gonna. But I think C204 is their best ban. But bubble control works too.
Maybe. I mean, if they're feeling uncomfortable with the speed requirement for something like bubble control, then it's definitely not a bad ban.
It's one of the most physically difficult maps in the pool for sure, and it's really, really tricky too. So if you don't have the speed, you definitely don't have the control. You definitely don't have the control, so you definitely do really, really bad on it. Interestingly.
Yeah. Does Hong Kong pick Vertex first, though? I'm curious.
They will. I think they have to, right? That's like their easiest to pick.
Yeah, that's what I guess too. Mexico showed to be pretty weak at SV's last round, and they obviously banned Anti-Crystal, so Vertex seems like the obvious choice right away. But I don't know.
I'm guessing that Hong Kong's game plan is to go for SVs and hybrids. Oh, you go for
that's an interesting start. There's a chance that Hong Kong does not feel very good about Vertex in general because it's a very different type of SV than most.
Right. I agree.
So like you can't like approach it the same way you would BBKK or whatever and Wave Tapper. Like they're not the same. Reading slow jam and fast jam is just hard.
Yeah, absolutely. But I still don't like Elaine. I would have went for like something like Maboroshi or QV main personally. Like, I think that Mexico is a bit weaker at LN in general compared to Hong Kong, just a little bit. And
possibly.
as a result, that's based on very limited information, but at least I don't think that Mexico should choke this very much, because like the thing is, like Elaine is very Rice hybrid. It's very techy. It is kind of risky because it's tech, but I think Neuer should be fine. Klute should be fine. It comes down to goal, basically.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see how the overall performances are from these teams.
Right.
Like this is going to be a very telling map, I think, for the rest of the pool.
Absolutely. Basically, like if Mexico loses this, they should be going for stuff like Nevada or Forgotten if the gap is large enough. Same with Hong Kong, at least in my opinion.
Right. I mean, this is going to basically say what picks each team are going to be focusing on.
Right. First third of this map is pretty easy. It's only in the second third where like the throws and bursts repeat, and it's really tricky because it's so easy to drop because it's tech firstly. Second, you have to keep doing that motion over and over, and it's so sudden. It's really hard to predict because the song is really oddly structured too. But oh my god, scores are flickering.
Yeah, it was really close. I think.
Okay, Ghoul tanked. Okay, I see.
Yeah, Ghoul has a bit of an accuracy deficit compared to everyone else in the lobby, but Klutz is holding up that 99.85 right now, giving Mexico the lead. But Ghoul and Noir are both finding some accuracy drops. Hong Kong takes the accuracy lead going into the second quarter of this chart.
Right. This is really good so far, but this is not the hardest part of the map. Like, you can probably expect players like maybe Sora Iroh to tank a little bit here. I think 67 high would be decent in the second third, but I really don't know. Again, this is kind of like a team where like there's very little information on both players. Goal is recovering very slightly. Neuer obviously recovering a tiny bit too. Mexico doing pretty good. I think no players are actually choking or messing up anything at the moment, which is scary if you're Mexico.
It's definitely looking like, or it's looking good for. Whoa, is there an accuracy? Oh, Soraldo had some really.
You dropped 0.2. That's huge.
Mini LNs caught him out, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Ghoul finds a drop.
Oh no! Oh no!
That's going to give Hong Kong a very solid lead.
That's a huge lead. That's about a miss. Like basically, if they can afford to swap misses, and Hong Kong already taking the lead, right? Already took the lead very slightly, but now there's a very definitive lead. And so basically, if Hong Kong misses, like Sora Iroh or 67 high, I don't expect Murasame to miss given his hack. If Hong Kong actually,
and another miss. Another miss from Ghoul.
That's like within 400 combo, right?
It was very close, if not, but it doesn't really matter. It's still It was towards the end of it in any case, and that's gonna be.
That's a huge gap. That's a really huge gap.
Yeah. Hong Kong would need to implode in this ending, though that is very possible given that some of the hardest patterns in the chart are here. It's just very easy to choke on this map in general, and so
it's super easy. But the thing is that like if there's two misses that's really brutal, and like they're separated pretty much as badly as they can be. Even so, basically, like unless Hong Kong slips on a banana peel or something, that they should be completely fine. That's a very definitive lead. Oh my god, that's like 15k or something, maybe 14k. And there's nothing much in the map that you can really choke at this point. These are really good scores. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's an insane run from Hong Kong. Good pick from them.
Good pick. Nice job. 7, 5, and 6 MC.
Wow, the 10250s from Sarairo, but
Those were
still
miss rates. How much of a gap was that? Like 50. It's 21k gap. Oh my god,
that is huge. And it wouldn't have even mattered if Ghoul didn't miss. I think Plutz's ratio would have held them up a little bit, but
yeah,
there were too many 200s from Ghoul by himself that like it didn't even matter.
it definitely didn't matter. Like, okay, a miss. Oh no.
B, interesting.
Oh no.
I don't mind this pick. I think it's okay.
I don't mind the pick. I think the pick is cool. I'm saying oh no to the song, so let me mute it right away.
Mana Hero Part 2.
Hero Part 2. Anyway, this is an interesting pick from Mexico to me anyway, but maybe they're good at density LNs. Actually that could be possible. I'm not too sure because like Internet Fine Lady was classified as density, and while they're not similar at all, it's still like decent enough information, I think. And Noria has been dropped out of Hell Sites, which is very much necessary. Anyway. So, what do you think of this pick, actually?
I think it's okay. I think, like, that loss on a lane really said a lot about, like, where Mexico stands in comparison to Hong Kong. And if they're going to try to exploit anything, they're going to probably go with what Hong Kong did weakest on against Malaysia, which was B.
Right.
Or I shouldn't say B, it was it was a long no density pick, which in this case is B. Waiting for a third Hong Kong player. Yana Fei? Is Yana Fei coming in for this?
Really?
That'd be interesting.
That'd be really weird. Hold on, I'll look at the lineups again, just to make sure that I'm not losing my mind. I got an interesting swap, though. Okay, so for your Meg Mewtwo would usually play this. The LN density pick was, well, both of them were released at the time, so it didn't really matter. For LN picks, it should be, for LN picks, it should be, actually, you guys didn't play LN picks in,
yeah, we played Bokura no Jagad, and
well, that's not even
that
an
was
LN
about
pick.
yeah, that was about it.
That's literally like, what's a good comparison? It's like Junjo Skirt if Junjo Skirt sounded more obnoxious.
I mean, I guess.
But I've never actually seen Yana Fei play before. Maybe he did in group stages, but he definitely didn't play.
Yeah, I think Yana Fei is generally an SV player for Hong Kong. I might be wrong about that.
You might be right.
I know Yana Fei tends to make SV maps.
You're right.
I know that much.
That's true. Alright, I'm just gonna click something. I saw Yana Fei actually play an Internet Fine Lady apparently, so...
Really? That's interesting. I'll see what...
He got 6200s on it.
That's not bad. I mean, I guess we'll just have to wait and see how the performances go. There's a few parts in this that can be pretty easily choked. So, I mean, it's not necessarily a 100% win for either one of these teams. This is kind of like how we...
It's probably the highest chance of them actually winning a pick, given how the game went, right?
Right. This intro is not too hard to accuracy, so I'm not too worried about the... Oh, well, Sarairo's a little bit low, but Hellscythe is also not doing too hot himself.
Should be alright. Like, there are a few integral choke spots here and there that I'm really curious to see. I think you should be choking in the 2314 section, which I think you're very familiar with.
Yes, I am. That part's very not fun to play through. It's about to come up too. I think Patrill's going to be a really interesting.
Right. I agree. I completely agree. That'll be very interesting to see.
Okay, no one making any mistakes on that part.
That's really good.
Some easier LN streams coming up, but I think the chorus is definitely now what we're waiting for at this point.
Okay, I agree. That's a pretty decent gap so far for Mexico, but even a miss would be definitely a miss would definitely change the direction of the match.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, there was a pretty big accuracy drop by someone on Hong Kong, I guess.
I think it was Yanafea actually.
Yeah, Trill coming up. No one actually having too big of issues there. This is a really impressive performance by all these players. If we see 6 FCs on this, I'd be pretty surprised.
Given that this is a lose bracket match for like 2 teams that... Oh, sorry,
okay, there's a miss. Not a 6-way FC, but...
Rest in peace, the dream. Oh my god, this song is so bad. But this match isn't. This round isn't. Good job, Mexico. Good job, Hong Kong.
Getting a good start for both teams, 1-1, winning their own picks, and it looks like this should set up the rest of the match to be pretty like straightforward with like picks.
Yeah, this is an interesting direction because I completely expected Mexico to go for Rice and Hong Kong to go for long notes, but looks like they're gonna reverse the roles. Ideally, we'll have to see. So I'm guessing that Hong Kong's best pick would be Nevada. Nevada?
Maybe Forgotten would go higher priority for them in this case.
Forgotten's higher risk in general. It's really, really easy to like drop random misses in Forgotten for sure. But I really don't know because like Forgotten is like has been like a deceptively unpopular pick. I think it's only been picked like once, so I really don't know if people are just not comfortable. Facebreaker.
Okay, I mean. I wouldn't say that was the best pick they had, but it's certainly going in the direction we expected it to anyway.
Right. Well, it's kind of what we expected, but we expected a bit more technical given Goal's performance. And Facebreaker is, to me anyway, you could disagree, this is the easiest Rice pick in the pool. Like, Infinite Mashups would be...
I think I'd agree Facebreaker is the easiest.
Because Infinite Mashups it's tricky, and I think players would tank a tiny bit.
Right. I mean, like it's. I think either a toss-up between Facebreaker or C204.
Right. C204. I completely forgot that it existed. C204 is C204 has like the 1/6 stream.
Yeah, I mean C204 would be by far the easiest if it wasn't for that 1/6 section. But even with it, it's just it's like a 10 or 15 second part, so you just in a 4.5 minute chart, there's really not that much to worry about.
Even then, it's still pretty demanding regardless. And like you still need to hit it properly to actually do well on the map.
Right. I mean, it really just depends. There's some patterns in Facebreaker that can be considered mind blockable. Like the intro, I think a lot of people are having like weird issues because rolly patterns are just kind of awkward for some people. So,
which one? Sorry,
Facebreaker, the rolly.
Facebreaker,
the rolly
only in the chorus. It's only in the chorus. Like patterns. Are you talking about the intro?
Yeah, I said the intro.
Oh, my bad.
But that can easily be mirrored, especially since the outro is the same orientation. So if you're more comfortable with a certain roll direction, it's not really too big of a deal on Facebreaker in particular.
Yeah. Definitely not an issue on Facebreaker because I intentionally designed it to be ergonomic. Anyway, Hong Kong were very slightly so far. Neuer's Housewives act.
Yeah. And a miss.
That's huge.
Not the start Mexico was looking for on this, but I think it's exactly what Hong Kong was looking for.
Apparently this was a second miss from Housewife, but I'm assuming that he missed in the intro, so 2 misses. 2 misses early on, which means that Hong Kong has a 10k advantage off Housewife alone. Neuer's act is going up really slowly, but Housewife's act is tanking a tiny bit. And the Hong Kong team, they're seeing averages of 99.82, 883, which is insane. Pretty much SSs across the board so far. And this part is pretty easy to act in my opinion. This might be the hardest part, but it's still not too bad. The Shrimp Stream, they nail both the Shrimp Streams. 67 high, dropping that single 200, but it's not too bad. This part is still pretty easy. It's a bit light, but it's still really easy to act compared to the rest of the map. And there is a 20k gap, and basically the only way that Hong Kong will lose this right now is if Meg Mewtwo and 67 high drop to Drop a miss.
Oh, but
Hellside
finds another drop. But I don't know if there's really much of a possibility for Hong Kong to drop this. Like, similarly to Elaine, they'd have to pretty much implode in the last third.
And like the last third is very easy in comparison. This is like the only...
Oh, Hellside is not having a good time on this map.
Yeah, that's really brutal. And it's not like he's dropping 200s that often either. He's just dropping a lot of misses on a map that you really shouldn't be dropping too many misses on.
Right, that might give a pretty interesting amount of information to Hong Kong, is maybe C204 would be their next pick just off of Hellside's, inconsistencies.
I agree, but at the same time, like, I think Hong Kong should be exploiting Hellside's physical disadvantage, I guess. Like, he seems to be tanking on even easier stuff, like Facebreaker. I don't know if it's a consistency thing. We'll find out when we look at the 200 counts, but oh man, Hong Kong's scores are so good, and it's not like Blues and North are doing it themselves.
Definitely a ridiculous team score from Hong Kong, and
6 200s from
just what they were looking for.
Meg Mewtwo and Murasame with the double SV1 and 67 high with 5 200s. Really good scores.
And it definitely wouldn't have mattered if Hellscythe had full comboed. I think that point still goes to Hong Kong pretty easily.
Right. Definitely. That's a good pick. I will eat my words on that one. Shows how little I know about Hong Kong. Haha.
Maybe Dolphin Talk's coming out now from Mexico, given their pick on B.
Actually, because like Dolphin Talk and B are so different. But is there any hybrid equivalent to B? I don't think there's.
Not really. The best option, I guess, if it was equivalent, was Mabaroshi.
Yeah, but Mabaroshi, like, I'm expecting Hellside to choke a little bit, so it's either Mabaroshi or.
Hey, that's an interesting pick.
I know that Noya will completely crush this. Noya and Flutes will crush this.
Yeah. Ghoul is the interesting. This is just a test of this is Mexico testing Hong Kong's like complete physicality.
I don't know what to think about this pick. This can completely backfire, or this will completely miraculously work. This is for people who are unfamiliar with the map pool, Gimpy Gimp 1.15 is the most physically demanding map in the pool by some distance. The chord jacks are about 265 BPM half notes, which is about 133 BPM, which is super hard. Like that would be like semis that'd be like harder than most semis maps in last year's MWC. But the patterns here are pretty generous, but even then it's still really physically demanding. And there are a lot of like hidden 1/4 bursts. Not hidden, a lot of 1/4 bursts that will trip people up if you don't prepare yourself well enough. So, and given how Mexico has been doing over the past 3 rounds, I'm really surprised by this pick, but they seem to be doing well so far, so we'll see. 67 high with 99.91. Well, not anymore, but we were doing really well early on.
Yeah, generally high accuracies from all of Hong Kong. But that's a huge miss from Meg Mewtwo Z.
That's a really I think he dropped like 2 or 3 misses. That's really brutal. The gap should be a bit smaller now because Meg Mewtwo's act is going to go up very slowly, but this is scary. This part isn't too bad for most players, I'd reckon. Ghoul doing really good so far. Like, he actually has the highest score in the pool in Barring Murasame. It's insane.
Yeah, it looks like Mexico's hot, Mexico's high-end, ability on these rice picks is definitely solid.
Right.
It's something that they're probably going to have to take advantage of, if they're going to want to take points.
Alright, there is one dense junction part coming right up, and I'm expecting one player to choke there. No,
there were some 200s.
I saw 67 high drop a few 200s there. This chord jack part is pretty brutal.
Noir.
Oh boy.
That's gonna give a pretty good
That's
lead.
not good. That's not good.
Oh yeah. Hong Kong just needs to hold on now. But this ending, after all the stamina's hit you, this can be pretty hard to finish off Meg Mewtwo. Oh, Ghoul again. Oh, and Flutes. I think that's it.
Mexico has no full combos at this point. And the rest of the map is pretty hard, but I don't expect Murasame to 6-7 high to drop. Noir dropping again.
Yeah. Looks like the stamina cut off to Mexico pretty bad.
Yeah, that's a really decisive win for Hong Kong. It's really unfortunate too because they seem pretty confident in it, but oh, Neuer just rushed. I see. Oh no, and Mewtwo and Ghoul. I think they're kind of even. I guess Ghoul would have lost like a little bit, but Murasame's score is insane. Like 103. Oh my god,
103 is crazy. 997.6.
Okay. Blue score is still really good.
I want to mention that is just barely behind what Intelizer got in match.
Right. That's true. That's insane. When you lag spike at the beginning.
Intel, let's see, what was his 300 count? Intel got 100. He got exactly 100.
It's brutal. Yeah, Murasame, the hidden MVP of Hong Kong team. They're going for Fiction Nevada. That's a good pick. IMO.
I agree.
The only other the better pick would have been forgotten according to the Brad Browning appliance. Sorry, the father of the Brad Browning appliance.
That's me. Thank you.
Next year.
Father Toast.
But yeah, I really like this pick. I'm
the official preacher of Mania from now on.
But well, this is a bit risky, I'd say, but I expect the risk to go in like Hong Kong's favor. I expect Hellscythe to miss at some of the jags, some of the ending bursts. Should be alright. Should be alright for Hong Kong. I expect Murasame's an absolute freaking tank right now. Like I don't think he has missed a single time in any pick as he has had, or in the tournament, which is stupid. Imagine getting like 24, 30 FCs. What are you doing?
Who knows?
What are you doing? Anyway, song number 5, Fiction Nevada by Keto, also known as Lemon Boy.
Yeah, Hellscythe coming back in for this. I'm not sure I really trust him to not choke on this.
Given Ghoul's performance on Gimpy Gimp, I think that might have been the better pick anyway. So, but even why Zero Two Snow's playing?
Wait, whoa, that's a curveball for sure.
That's an interesting one. Oh boy. Right, let's see if anyone will choke on the jack. Not that one.
Yeah, this is the important one. Okay, no misses.
Interesting.
We got it. Oh, 0-2 Snow finds a miss. Mexico takes the lead off that.
Yeah.
Hellscythe's still holding on to his FC right now. He needs to hold that in order to give Mexico there.
It's very low right now. Basically, if Mexico misses, it doesn't really matter at the moment. Even though 0-2 Snow is gonna go up a little bit, like it shouldn't matter. Basically, Hellscythe and Neuer have to miss, or Klutz and Neuer, or Klutz and Hellscythe. And I don't really see them missing at this point in particular. They'll miss at the end, where misses don't really matter all that much. Right? I don't think they'll matter all that much.
I'm not sure. Seems like there was a bit of an accuracy drop again from 0-2 Snowstead. That lead from Mexico is starting to get a little bit bigger. Right. If there's enough misses at the end, yeah, it'll matter. But it'll matter much less than those misses would, in the middle.
Yeah. Alright. The accuracy gap is like 0.03 right now, 0.02. And I don't expect anyone's accuracy to drop all that much, but well, this combo burst is pretty rough, so let's see if they combo through it. 0-2 Snow dropping a few 200s here and there, but that shouldn't matter. Outside Act dropping a little bit as well.
There's a miss, but yeah, right at the end. Doesn't matter. Mexico takes a break point. This might be going 3-3 now if Mexico gets their own point.
Wow, that was a really good ratio from Mexico. Wow. 10-1.
And Murasame with 142 though, that's insane.
That is nasty. On a map that's so risky too. That's really, really good. But I think that round was decided on the fact that 0-2 Snow was playing. I was expecting like Meg Mewtwo to play it maybe. Like one of the stronger Rice players, at least. But maybe 0-2 Snow was just more consistent on it, which is perfectly understandable.
Right. I would have expected Sorairo to be in there just based on the he was kind of sitting pretty with the rest of them. C204, I don't like this pick at all. I don't.
Given their inconsistencies, I would agree. But in theory, I think this would be a good pick for Mexico. Because like their act is generally better than Hong Kong. I don't know if you would disagree with that one, but I know Plutes and Meteor would crush this. But
yeah, Plutes should have no issues with this. Noir should be fine. Hellscythe needs to hold his consistency.
Murasame is pretty much a tank. He would pretty much never choke at this point. Wait until I get proven wrong. Man, Mewtwo is pretty inconsistent himself though. I'm 67 high while during the match that he's played, I think he has like mostly full combo. So they're basically hoping that Hellscythe will hold on, which is a perfectly valid thing to do. And they probably would have picked this if Hellscythe didn't actually get a good score in this, right? They should.
Right. I mean, I'm not really sure what to make out of this. I think the win is gonna be made or broke. It's a make or break on Hellscythe's side.
Because I do expect Mewtwo to at least break once, at least in their jump streams and stream section, but it shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, act-wise, I think Mexico has an advantage. That's why I think it's a good pick, but it really comes down to consistency, right?
Right. Getting into it, 4.5 minutes long as I'm really interested to see how the two teams perform on the 1-6 part, because that's I think going to be the turning point in any case.
Right. Well, I kind of expect people to like full combo the 1-6 stream, but we'll see. What picks do you think were better actually? Out of curiosity.
That are left. I mean, I'm still interested to see how Dolphin Talk would go for Mexico. I don't
think they'll do well on that.
I don't know.
Given the information I've seen on them, their releases seem to be very finicky. So, anyway, song number 6, Hellblinded C204 by Lane. This section should be pretty easy.
Burst right at the start.
Brutal. 67 high and Mewtwo's act is relatively low, but Hellscythe's act is lower than that. And pretty much carrying for Mexico.
And Noir is doing exceptionally well right now.
My bad.
It's just a matter of whether Hellscythe's accuracy is going to do enough to give Hong Kong the accuracy advantage.
Right. I think it should be fine because it's 99.969375 and. Oh wait, no, Mewtwo's act is going up really slowly.
Yeah, Hong Kong has a small accuracy lead right now, and if Hellscythe's not going to be able to bring his accuracy up, Hong Kong should be able to spread out that lead.
It's hitting like early or late. He seems to be hitting mostly center dead on, so I'm guessing he's just dropping 200s. He dropped it.
There's a 200, yeah.
That's not good. There should be 1-6 stream coming right up, I think. It should be really interesting to see. Like, the gap is super, super small. I think like 3-200 should determine it. Blue's act is so good right now. Murasame too. Oh my goodness. 1,000 gap.
Yeah, 1,000 point gap right now. Almost exactly. It's up, like 20 points under.
Definitely.
And that's our third end of the chart. I think, assuming consistency holds true, it's definitely going to take the 1/6 streams to like really tell what's going to go on.
Like, yeah, it really comes down to like just like doing well in this 1/6 stream. I really don't expect any players to choke in the hand stream, but you know, when I say that, someone's going to choke anyway, so we'll see.
You're just cursing in advance. That's how it works.
Yeah, that's the Juan technique. All right. Still a very, very slight lead in the Hong Kong side. Hellscythe's act actually going up very slowly, but Mewtwo's act went up as well. So like there is a, I'd say like 0.0405 gap in Hong Kong's favor.
I don't think it's that big. So Meg Mewtwo's is 0.03 behind Noir, and
Right.
67 High is only 0.05 ahead of Hellscythe.
Yeah.
And Flutes is on par with Murasame, so it looks like it's only about 0.0102%
Oh
difference.
my God, oh
Ooh,
God.
that's not good.
That is not good. That is really not good. Alright, let's see how this goes. I don't think any player should be choking here. This part, if you're fast enough, you really shouldn't be choking this, and you should be gaining pack even. But
Right,
anything can
and
happen.
at that point, Meg Mewtwo is just trying to like really center themselves and make sure that their act is good, just in case Mexico has a miss.
Flute's hitting a bit late, which is actually a good thing. Murasame hitting a bit
Dreams
late
coming
too.
in. Small accuracy drops. Look, that lead looks like it's shrinking right now, just a little bit.
I think it's because of Flutes. Flutes dropped like 0.03. That's why it was in their lead. But
Okay, so they made it through. They made it through the
They made it through.
streams.
there's like the 1-3 section left. Like that shouldn't be choke material at all, but we'll have to see.
We've seen chokes on it already. Japan choked on this section earlier.
True, that is completely true. Oh my god, this is so scary. The act gaps are actually, even with a miss, I don't think it should matter too much for Mexico because like Hong Kong's act is so much worse at the moment. Not so much worse, but notably worse.
Right. I mean, it's not. I'm not really sure. I think that should be it.
Yeah, that
Could
should
it
be
a
it.
point for Mexico?
Like if they miss here, it shouldn't matter at this point. There we go.
And Mexico does take that point by 3,600 points.
3,000 points. Flute score. Flute Omurasame score. What is this?
These people
Actually,
are
66 with
kind of
SS, dude.
insane.
420.
420 SS. Let's go. All right, well, it's tied back up. Now Hong Kong needs to get that momentum back if they're going to want to win this.
I didn't realize it's already 3-3. What's going on? Well, they can go for Forgotten, but I don't know because like if Sora Iroh isn't comfortable, on Forgotten, then they shouldn't go for Forgotten because their fourth player is a bit too weak. Oh, 78 High just disappeared. This is interesting.
I don't. Do they make the risky Vertex pick? Maybe.
No, because like they have relatively safe picks, right?
You'd think that, but they just lost what we thought was a safe pick.
Which one?
Frictional Nevada.
Yeah, but that's because 0-2 Snow played it. So
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm right on this one. Trust me, okay?
I don't know if I agree, but you know.
It's right. Fine. We will.
I mean, the only
we will
safe
settle
pick
it.
that Hong Kong has left in that case is still just Forgotten.
Right, because infinite matchups would be too risky. Because it's kind of at this point where like Hellscythe and Ghoul wouldn't tank. Who'll be named? Why didn't they go for Dolphin Talk yet? Actually, like, here's the thing. Here's my mindset, right? My mindset is that like Mexico's obvious pick, given their performance on B, is Dolphin Talk. But for some reason, they haven't been going for Dolphin Talk at all. They've been going for Gimpy Gimp and C204. So like, as a player, I probably suspect like.
Oh, I got this prediction thing down.
Right,
Vertex coming out. I want to see this.
That's oh boy. Right, for people who don't know Vertex, which I probably don't expect, I expect you guys to know this because this was picked in the previous match, I think, Japan versus South
Yes,
Korea.
it was first picked.
This is, you have to lower your speed mod really low for this map.
Unless you want to memorize the ending.
Yeah, unless you want to memorize the ending, or you somehow read speed ups a lot better than slowdowns, which is me. I play on 21, and I have to play on 21 on this. Slow jam moment.
Yeah, I have to slow my scroll speed down quite a bit for this.
Yeah. The speed up is 1.6 times faster than normal speed, which is ridiculously fast, and it gets even worse. It gets a lot worse on higher speed mods, which most of our players play very high speed mods, I believe. Like Murasame has a high speed mod, Mewtwo I think has a high speed mod, Neuer doesn't, Plutz, Hellscythe, and Ghoul do. So I'm expecting slowdowns for all of them.
And I think all three of these players on Hong Kong should be pretty good with slow jams in general.
They should be. But, I mean, like, as we've read earlier, Mewtwo seems to be getting a lot of lag spikes, but so is Hellscythe, so we have to see what's going on.
Pretty okay start from Hong Kong, waiting for Plutz to get in here. Not the strongest start from Ghoul. Oh yeah, he's not having a good time right now. Oh, and Hellscythe not liking this one.
That is really not a good drop.
I mean, I don't know if that was a fluke. Hellscythe's, but his accuracy continues to drop. He keeps. I think he just is uncomfortable reading slow gems. I think this should be a pretty free point for Hong Kong at this point.
Yeah. There are like two slowdowns that I believe are deceptively really hard because they don't make any sense. But Hellscythe dropping again. That's brutal. All right, this slowdown.
Oh yeah, looks like Hellscythe didn't really put a lot of practice into this. If he's messing up that slowdown,
that's a really brutal drop. I don't blame him. I really don't, for personal reasons. But yeah, even Ghoul's getting 98.78, but every other player in the team in the Hong Kong team has 99.8. Even Plus is getting 99.8, which is insane. And they're on a notable slowdown, from what I can tell. Maybe Murasame's speed on a bit. Did Murasame's speed on go down? I don't know.
I think it's a little bit slower than usual. Not by much though. But I mean, this is a really good performance from Hong Kong right now. They're all on 990 plus pace, which a 3-man score of 990 plus on Vertex is insane.
Yeah. All right, speed up time. Basically, if anyone disconnects, well, there's pretty much no chance of Mexico taking it back at this point. But if someone disconnects, then something's gonna happen.
Disconnection time. Don't say that.
Windows update time. Actually, yeah, Windows Update wouldn't even do anything. All right,
unless someone failed as a result. But it does not look like that's going to happen.
That's a gigantic lead.
Hong Kong, that's an insane team score.
Oh my god. What?
2 double S's. Wow.
Wow. Blue score is actually insanely good too. I think he was MVP.
He was indeed.
Oh, wow. That's insane.
Alright, well, Mexico's pick now. I'm not sure what they're going to go with. Mabarushi. That was a fast pick.
No, that wasn't it. Wait, was it?
No.
I didn't see
map.
it.
Hellscythe says mint map. So yes, Mabarushi is the pick.
I see. My bad. What do you think of Mabarushi? I don't think it's a good pick, actually.
I mean, in the mind of someone who's like, one of the points that we've won was on long notes, and it's like, you know, what else did they pick? They pick Forgotten, which is not a strong pick. Do they pick Infinite Mashups, which is also not a strong pick? Do they pick Dolphin Talk, which we've already gone over, is not that strong of a pick?
It's probably not that strong of a pick because there should be like a specific reason they're avoiding it. But the thing is that like there are releases in the intro and outro of Mabaroshi that's very release heavy, and we expect I expect at least 10, 15 200s on the Mexican side, and maybe Hong Kong would get a few 200s too, but I highly expect Mexico to completely tank in the intro and outro at least. But I really don't know.
I mean, at that point, it's just a matter of what happens in the middle section. And the patterns in this chart are not necessarily easy to stay consistent on. They're pretty straightforward most of the time, but the bursts and some of the... there's some one-handed trilly bursts that go on with long notes that shield them.
I don't really expect it to be a problem. I don't really expect it to be that much for a problem for any... I'm expecting it to be
not. I mean
for Mexico.
We're getting down to the point in this match where it's going to be 50-50 shot on anything that they pick. Oh, 0-2 Snow. Does he play on that slow scroll speed normally?
No, I don't think he does.
I think he does. He was playing really slow scroll speed on Frictional Nevada too.
Attack.
Well, that he's not hitting. He's not hitting early. Okay.
He's boy. Oh boy.
Maybe this was a scroll speed issue.
I think it's a scroll speed issue. Oh boy. That's a huge drop.
Never forget to change your scroll speed, guys.
Yeah, just your daily reminder. Yeah, 0-2 Snow, he messed up. Oh boy. That's a huge break. That's a huge point for Mexico too.
Right. I mean, like, his accuracy is...
This is brutal.
Yeah, not looking too good.
It's not looking too hot at all. Like, even if Hellside getting barely 99%, like, that's still way above 0-2 Snow. And 0-2 Snow missed early on as well, so that's like a 20k gap between Hellside and 0-2 Snow alone. And while the other players, like, Luz and Neuer are weaker than Murasame and Sorairo, it's still, like, too small, too big of a gap between 2 Snow and Hellside for it to really matter.
0-2 Snow's accuracy does seem to be going up a little bit. I think there would have to... It's actually... The score difference is not as big as I would have expected given the nearly full percent between Hellscythe and 0-2 Snow. Well, now it's more than a full percent.
Yeah. Well, because Murasame and Sorairo's combined scores are a lot better than Neuer and Plutz at the moment. It's like 0.2% difference, which is really, really big. It's about 10k, and Hellscythe and 0-2 Snow, well, it's like 30k gap, so about 10k difference.
And
that is brutal.
I think that's gonna steal it right now. And Murasame. Oh, okay, triple drop from Hong Kong. I guess it didn't really matter in the end.
Yeah, that's a brutal... Who's dropping, but that shouldn't matter. As long as Neuer pulls a full combo, this should be a very commanding lead from Mexico.
Yeah, Hellscythe's accuracy is actually starting to go up near Noir's and Plutz's, so
yeah,
really no issue for them.
And 0-2 Snow has a 1% gap between both. Oh boy. I really don't know. Would 0-2 Snow's act be like that much better though?
I don't know what it would be.
I don't think so. Like, I think he would get like 99% maybe, given his act on Frictional Nevada. But that wouldn't be enough. Absolutely wouldn't be enough because Sorairo Murasame dropped. 0-2 Snow disconnect?
No, he just left. He left right as soon as it ended. He seems frustrated that he messed up his scroll speed.
I don't blame him at all. Like that's one of the most frustrating things that can happen. And like, that's so frustrating.
Yeah, that's not really ideal for them. So in Hong Kong's case, maybe Forgotten would be the pick right now.
I don't know because
maybe
Sorairo has to play. Like, so okay. I think QV Mamo Dolphin Chalk should be their best pick. Because, like, if I were Hong Kong, you're gonna matchups.
I'm not against this pick. I'm not against it.
Out of the 4 picks, I think Dolphin Talk would have been the best pick, personally.
I mean, like, there's... Dolphin Talk is risky.
This is a game theory thing anyway. Like, Mexico can't go, like, 4 steps ahead, right? Like, I don't think Mexico's, like, intentionally ignoring Dolphin Talk to bait out Hong Kong.
Right.
Like, Hong Kong should probably... Like, Hong Kong should go like, none of our picks are good, so let's go for Dolphin Talk because you seem to be avoiding it for some reason.
I mean, but there's a possibility that Hong Kong is also in that boat of we want to avoid Dolphin Talk anyways because our scores aren't that strong anyways. There's a good possibility that even with Mexico being uncomfortable, that their LN scores on Dolphin Talk are just stronger than Hong Kong in general. But this is a very, very, very important pick right now. Hong Kong needs to win this. Whoever wins this has a huge advantage.
Right. Like, Well, let's see what happens. Like, I actually don't like this pick. You disagree with me on this one, but I don't think this is the pick compared to like Forgotten. Well, if 02 Snow is not playing Forgotten, that might be a decent pick. But the other picks, I don't know.
I mean, I don't really know how to expect these to go because we've seen Hong Kong win on a lot of different types of picks, and we've seen Mexico win on a lot of different types of picks. It's just like anything can happen.
Yeah, anything can happen. But are there any? Like I know that. Okay, I really don't know because it comes down to Gore, right? But I don't think Gore would tank this. At least not at this level.
Whoa, there was an accuracy tank from Ghoul though, right in the start.
Yeah, I see it. X rough.
Good opening from Hong Kong in that case.
Yep.
But they still do have to hold on. This isn't. It's by no means over.
This part, Ghoul drops. Oh boy.
This is looking like a pretty strong pick from Hong Kong now after that miss.
And Ghoul's AC is so low. Again, it's like 0.8% lower than Hong Kong's worst player.
Right.
It's huge.
Yeah, even with a miss from... Okay, now there's two players. Hong Kong... If Hong Kong needs at least one FC, that's all they need to keep.
I don't think so. Even if they get all three of them don't even FC, I think that would be enough anyway.
That's definitely now that case.
Well, even earlier on,
this is a demanding lead. Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
This performance from Hong Kong is ridiculous.
Is Gore like tanking a bit? Oh, he's hitting late. I see. It's rough.
That's insane.
Oh boy. All right, I'll eat my words again. You win this one, Toph.
I'm the best at analyzing these kinds of matches. Trust me.
I'm going full kamikaze right now.
I've got it on lock.
You got it on lock.
All right, well, Mexico's picking for their life now.
Well, they're avoiding Dolphin talk for a reason, right?
I mean, I'd assume so.
Forgotten?
Kill V name, maybe?
No.
Maybe? I don't know.
Hybrid. It's an unreleased hybrid.
None of this is safe.
But Forgotten is the most safe, in my opinion.
I don't know about that though. I'd like to see Dolphin Talk just because it's my map and I'm biased. But and I guess you're biased towards Forgotten for the same reason, so who knows?
Oh boy.
I think it'd be funny if Kill V Mayhem would get picked so both of us would have the ignored maps.
I'm gonna scream if that happens. Because I really don't think that Mexico's gonna release this, given how much you're evasive towards it, but they did okay in Mambaroshi, so who knows? I mean, alright, they're in the tank right now, understandably.
Think tank time.
Oh my god, QV Mame, are you serious?
Oh, let's go! Easy! Easy prediction. Let's go.
Oh my god, that's such a... Well, it's...
I think this is an okay pick. I don't know why y'all think this is bad.
Masami just went rip. That... Oh boy.
That's not good news for Hong Kong.
Hong Kong. Oh, wait. Masami swapped out.
Huh?
Where's Murasame? He swapped out.
I don't know.
Oh boy.
Does Murasame... people are saying that this is a bad pick. I don't know. I mean, I'm clearly the minority in this case, but I don't know about that one, Chief.
Actually, the lineup kind of... Ooh.
Yana Fea. Wow. So no Murasame. This is...
Same. That's
a curveball right there.
Well, here's the thing about QB. I actually think that's a better pick than Dolphin Talk, actually, if they're explicitly avoiding Dolphin Talk so much, because this is a strictly better pick than Dolphin Talk, right? Because there's less long no component in
Right,
QB.
and kind of like the whole people are saying that this is a bad pick because it's release oriented, but there's only like 2 sections that are less than 15 seconds long with
But
long notes in them.
they're still integral parts.
Yeah,
that's why
they're not that bad compared to everything else. Like, it's not the most significant part.
I disagree with that. I think the entire map is an LN hybrid. It's literally just LN hybrid. Like, the only hard parts of the map are the releases themselves.
Hard disagree there.
All right.
Disagree.
Maybe it's because I am long note challenged, unlike all of you. Yeah. If Murasame is not playing, I'm really curious to see, because Feia's performance hasn't really been too good.
That's an early miss. But the accuracy out of Mexico. Whoa, Hell Scythe.
What? Oh boy. He's hitting super late, so it might just be lag or something, which is perfectly fine. As long as he full combo, it's alright.
His accuracy is definitely going up right now, but
yeah,
it's just I don't know. It's kind of a surprise to see that happen right out of the gate, but with the combo disadvantage that Yanafei had with that early miss, I think Mexico.
It's early enough that it shouldn't matter too much. It's like a K point gap, K point loss, so it's not too bad.
Right. I still think that if this goes in Health, I think improves his accuracy. Okay, long note release is coming in.
Hang on.
More drops are coming from Hong Kong than on Mexico.
3.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, and a miss from 0-2. Oh, double miss. Health side.
But the thing is that health missing shouldn't matter as much as like boots or Noya dropping, so it's okay. So the gap should get up. The gap shouldn't change, but the gap is.
This is really interesting so far. So Mexico has a pretty solid lead right now. Mostly off of accuracy, I think. Like, Hell Scythe is the lowest, but Noir and Plutes are so far ahead of everyone else in this lobby that they're just, taking it.
Actually, I didn't realize that. Like, that gap is really big, but... Well, I expect Hell Scythe's act to go up because his act dropped because of the intro. Like, he hit, 25 200s at the intro because of lag. So he should be fine. His act should be going up to, 99.25, which isn't as good as Hong Kong, but it's still more than good enough considering that there are 2 drops on the Hong Kong side. Alright, the core jack part. People say that it's kind of hard, but I disagree.
Says the core jack person.
Hey! I'm not wrong. The only person who will choke that is Juan because he's terrible at the game.
We still got one more long note section left.
And given how well they performed in the release section, that should be in favor of Mexico, so we'll have to see. What a drop!
Alright, here we go. Any drops coming from this section? Yanafea.
Oh boy. No act drops twice.
This ending is deceptively difficult to get accuracy on, but I don't think we'll see any misses in it.
Yeah. Yeah, that should be. I don't think there should be any drops. Any drops at this point would be. Actually, a drop would matter, but I can't see it happening. The releases here are super easy. The rest of the map is pretty easy.
And that's it. That's pretty much it. There's nothing really left anymore.
Yeah.
Y'all thought this was a bad pick. Come on.
I didn't think it was a bad pick.
You said that it was a bad pick.
Well, Forgotten is still bad too, I guess. Fine, okay?
Tiebreaker time. I am always right. Don't worry. I'm always right.
This is, oh my god, Mexico is super good at LNs. They have an advantage on LNs for sure. Because of B and Dolphin. And
and Kill V Main. I assume Murasame is coming back in. I would sure hope 100%. So.
Oh my god. How many times has Hong Kong been in a tiebreaker so far? They've been a lot of close matches.
They were in a tiebreaker against China in group stage.
Okay.
That might have been it.
Oh my god, there's still been a lot of close matches, and full disclosure, I haven't seen the map yet. This is me, I am literally an MWC player right now. I'm literally an MWC player.
Yeah, Hong Kong's been in 2 tiebreakers so far, or this one included. So
Yeah.
they got very close to tiebreaker against Malaysia in round of 16, but not quite.
Yeah. This is wow. There have been 5 tiebreakers in this tournament, and Hong Kong is in 40% of them. Anyway,
That's just how it be.
This map heavily advantages Mexico, in my opinion. So how
I
heavy
think so
of a heavy this
too.
is.
I mean, it depends on the practice because the SVs are not like they're sort of sight readable, but they're not really exactly what you'd expect in any case.
Yeah.
So Hong Kong's going to have a small advantage just from those transitions as long as they practice them. But Mexico should be taking the bigger advantage from the general density of the long notes.
Soraya doesn't seem happy that he has to play the tiebreaker.
I don't think anyone's happy to play the tiebreaker. You never want to be a player in this situation.
He's not happy. Murasami's not happy. Elsap is pretty happy.
Elsap's just like, yes, we got a good match.
We did it. To be fair, they got a really good match in South Korea in group stage, so watch that match too.
That was good too. That was very good. But I'm very interested to see what happens here.
0-2 background. Irrelevant anime background.
Anime. You gotta have anime in Osu. It's just kind of like how it's 2 things that just go together perfectly. 553,000 point lead for Hong Kong right out the gate.
Oh boy, it's the anime advantage, okay? Murasame is a living visual novel character, that's why. Actually, he's actually getting 554. Never mind.
Plot armor. He's got plot armor. Slow jam right at the start, not treating Hellscythe or Noir very well right now.
But it shouldn't matter too much.
Yeah, it won't have too big of an effect compared to everything else that happens in this chart.
Yeah.
SV. Oh, big drops from Noir again from that SV. Yeah. But, I mean, we got 4.5 minutes of this chart.
Can you outline like all of the SVs in this map? Because I don't really remember. I don't really know the SVs.
So there's a few. It's basically just slow. There's slow jams in 2 different spots. One's at the beginning, one's in the middle, and I think there might be one at the end.
Okay.
And then the transitions between phrases tend to have like speed up SVs.
That's brutal. Yeah, that's pretty brutal.
Like right here.
Yeah, I see it. Actually, that's pretty minor. It should be fine. So like, don't need slow jams.
But it's still proving to give Hong Kong a decent lead right now.
Yeah. Neuer is struggling a lot, but I think his axe should be going up very, very slowly.
That SV is really mean.
0-2 Snow's actually doing
extremely well. A miss comes out from Noir. Hong Kong starting off pretty strong right now. First quarter, they got
extremely strong.
They got like a 15,000 point lead right now, and for a map with as many notes as this has, that is pretty big.
That is gigantic. Yeah. Like how many drops do they need? Like 3, 2? I think not 1.
2 or 3. It's definitely not 1 miss that they need right now.
And like there aren't any parts that they're gonna choke on here.
0-2's performing very well right now.
Oh
like compared to his other performances, this is insane.
Well, I see him drop. He's dropped a lot just now, so the gap might be a bit smaller. But
Noir finds another drop and
Plus drops. Oh no!
2 non-FCs on the side of Mexico versus 3 right now on Hong Kong. These Allens aren't tripping them up at all. Oh, but 0. Okay, never mind. They are a little bit. Oh, double miss. 1 FC apiece.
That's actually really, really good for Mexico. The accuracy differences are. Well, Hellstorm drops now. Oh boy.
Whoa, just 1 FC on the board remaining. Another one of these sections of slow jams and transitions that should give Hong Kong a Noir, not wow. This is really not treating them well.
30k difference between the lowest score and the second lowest score right now. Who's dropping as well, actually, and Neuer dropping a lot. He's hitting unbelievably early.
There's so many misses coming out right now. This is really unexpected, especially from Plutes. That was not expected.
I think he's just not used to it. I don't think he played the tiebreak. Hellside dropping again.
This Ellen
Morgan
section
dropping twice.
Wow.
It should be like a huge backdrop for a lot of players. But
Right. I mean, I expected this lineup section to really, really favor Mexico, but even with how much it probably does, it's not going to matter at all.
Yeah.
Murasame is holding the full combo, and Mexico is continuing to find breaks. 0-2 Snow coming back pretty big time after that first drop, and Hong Kong's looking to just run away with this.
Oh, man. That is so heartbreaking. Like, there's pretty much no way that we can take this back at this point, right? Like, pretty much no way.
Yeah, no, I don't. This lead is massive, especially, like, how many notes there are.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any chance. Double miss for Hong Kong, but we're going into the ending break.
Murasame MVP.
We're looking at a nearly 80,000 point lead from Hong Kong right now.
That is such... That's brutal.
Oh, no! No!
Why would you do this?
How could you, Murasame?
I can't believe it.
That's going to be it. Hong Kong is going to take that 6 point. 6-5.
Oh my god, Plute's 200 count is so good.
42 200s. He missed so much though. He almost beat Murasame.
Oh my god, that was so rough to see.
Yeah, that
really
match
well
was
played. Really well played.
Really crazy.
Players. Like a lot of breakpoints, super unpredictable. I couldn't believe what's going on. That's insane.
I mean, we went into this match being all like, yeah, I don't know what each team really specializes in particularly. I think it's
and then it turns out everyone specializes at everything.
It's just how it is sometimes. Really crazy match.
What an insane match for sure. All right, with that, Mexico has been eliminated from the World Cup, and Hong Kong will be facing, I think, South Korea. Not too sure.
South Korea is who they will face in semifinals.
Oh boy.
That's not really the match you want to see as Hong Kong, but it's still really good.
Happens. So Hong Kong has been super outperforming. They've been absolutely insane this year. So I really hope that the match will be interesting. I really hope so, because even though South Korea is going to get a lot better in semifinals, it's still going to be not they won't be ungodly good in comparison to Brazil or United Kingdom or United States. Anyway, next match. The next match will be in 9 hours, about give or take. No.
Yeah, about 9 hours. About 9 hours.
Right, 9 hours. All right.
9 hours, we're looking at Singapore versus Philippines, followed immediately by 2 matches at the same time. USA versus Malaysia
and Finland versus Indonesia.
Yes. I think a lot of these matches are going to be really interesting. I'm super excited to watch Philippines versus Singapore.
Yeah. Hopefully I don't oversleep this one, which shouldn't happen, but, it's 8:30 p.m. and sometimes I sleep. But anyway, root for Philippines because Singapore is trash.
No love for your own country.
I don't live in Singapore anymore.
What?
I live in Australia. All right. You want to plug the banners real quick?
That's what I was about to do, my man.
All right.
I shouldn't. Whatever. For now. I made a mistake. Anyways, buy your banners, support your favorite teams. If your favorite team wins the tournament, you get your banner for a little bit longer. Just go to the OSA store, click on the banners, support the tournament, support the teams, support the prize pool, support the game. Do whatever you want. And other thing to introduce is, not introduce, but keep reminding you of is bingo. Bingo's always a fun time. It's kept track of in the main OSU server. So
bingo is really fun if you're winning, but if you're not winning, it's not fun. And also, you don't buy a banner for Singapore, please. I'd be very embarrassed to wear it.
Still no love for your own country. How could you?
No love for my own country.
But that will be it from us. Hope to see you guys come back for Singapore versus Philippines.
We will see you guys in about 9 hours, 7 minutes. And you will see me with another commentator. And it should be really interesting.